Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know, usually A-Listers is Monday at 8 p.m. But we had Monday Night Raw yesterday at 8 p.m. with that stuff we watched at St. James's Park. And a day later, alhamdulillah, we get great news, unbelievable news, and that's that Isak is insistent on joining Liverpool. Isak. World champions Chelsea beat West Ham by 5 goals. And they are not just linked to Garnacho now, they're also linked to Fermin Lopez from Barcelona. So that should be a very interesting signing. Another like Joao Pedro-esque type signing. Baller. Arsenal signing another centre-back. Hinchcapie is on his way. Beating Leeds 5-0 this week. Rodrygo is staying at Real Madrid. Rodrygo, some people call him. No words. I do not agree or disagree with that statement. I'm just telling you what they're calling him. Thomas Frank, Super Spurs. 2 wins and 5 goals. 2 clean sheets. Are they cooking? Yes, they are. Despite the fact they get rejected by every player now. It's crazy. And they all go to Arsenal as well. Anyway, joining me first and foremost, world champion, you get me, 5-star performance away at West Ham. Man, like Lewis is in the building. How doing, Lewis, mate?
All good, bruv. Day 44, the 1,461 day. You already know what it is. Up the Chelsea, up the fucking Blues. Big up to every single one of you that's locked in. And yeah, it's been a great weekend. There's also a brand new version of A-Listers. It's just a shame it's just us.
It's a shame 3 debutants have all bottled it. That's the shame in this whole thing. It's like their big moment. Let's go. A-Listers is coming. One guy is late because of the bus. The other guy is driving home. And the third guy is not even here. Brilliant. Great stuff.
He just here and then disappeared.
Yes, fantastic. Anyway, one of the returning members of A-Listers, the most fraudulent intro on the entirety of YouTube, but we all love him. Biggest gaslighter in the universe. How you doing, Vator?
You don't become the biggest without hard work. You don't become the best without putting in that work. And I feel like I finally get what I deserve. The biggest gaslighter on YouTube, you know what it is.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Vator Games.
What it is. Let's go. Thanks for having me on, man. We're going to talk about the defeat. We'll talk about the wins. We'll talk about football. I'm here.
Run it back. We never do it once only. Don't disrespect the audience like that.
No, just like the ladies always say, let's run it back. Let's go.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Vator Games.
Let's go. I love that every time. It doesn't. It never like hits any less. Like it always bangs. It's Vator.
I can't defend you anymore, though. You just admit you're the biggest gaslighter on YouTube. I've lost.
He admitted it. Yeah. I love it. He's working his way.
You got to work towards it, man. You got to work towards it.
I'm embracing the process.
Let's go. Anyway, we're the only 3 with biceps on this panel. Anyway, joining me next, you get me on his way from work to home. 5-goal thriller this Saturday. They actually played some good football. How do you think, Dayo, mate?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on A-Listers. This is my first time. Oh no, my second time actually. I think I've cameoed once on A-Listers, but yeah, we are here to talk some football. I'm here to cook Vator. I don't want to hear no excuses, Vator, today. I don't want to hear nothing from you. Do you understand? Like, as much as I don't like Chelsea, I can't chat to them. They won their games and they won convincingly. You, on the other hand, you are in trouble today, my brother. That's all I can tell you.
He doesn't want peace. He wants problems. What is this?
I don't want peace. I want problems. Big problems. You understand?
It's Purell. I'm hearing Dayo. His whole club's been excuses the last 4 years, telling me he doesn't want to hear excuses. All right, let's go.
I don't want peace. I want answer problems. Type problems in the chat for Vator today. Problems in the chat for Vator today.
Let's go. I love it. I love it. Big up to all of you guys. Flawless is on his way. Jay is on his way. You get me? These are the debutants who have bottled it. You get me? But they're on their way. So we have refreshed A-listers. You get me? Stuff is going in a different direction. Sheik will be on my channel more and more on the reaction related stuff as well. I'm going to be bringing Sheik on MHF as well. Jacob is now back-to-back Ahwa participant. So we have removed Jacob from A-listers. We've put him on Ahwa. I feel like on Ahwa he can be his shameless self a bit more, because that show has nothing to do with football. That show is completely shameless. It's just shameless.
It's 100% agendas.
Yeah.
It's 100% shameless.
Except whenever Mo tries to bring it back to the analytics, and then fucking Hamza, not you, Hamza's like, nope, we're talking about Foden for another hour.
The thing is, you can't even talk football with Hamza there, because he always has like this agenda in his mind. Like you'd win you'd lose a game 3-2. Salah would score twice, and he would still give a Salah monologue. Like, he scored twice, you bum. Why are we getting a monologue? Like, it's just.
I fell into that trap enough times with him. Don't bother with football. Beat him at his own agendas.
Oh yeah, that's what I do as well. That's why I told them Shakira's hips were lying this Sunday. Anyway, before we get to Dayo, I think it should be like 15 minutes you're home, right?
There's a little bit of traffic right now, but I'm blowing through the door. 15:20, I should be home.
Great stuff. So I do actually, before I talk about City and stuff, let's actually speak about Chelsea, because they're the ones with a little bit breaking news. So I do want to address them first, because of the whole Fermin Lopez rumors. The thing I'll say just before we get started, just after the Fermin Lopez news, by the way, guys, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. 600 people already in the building. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Fonzie, Vator, you have a demand from your fellow Canadian brother. Score the hat trick.
Oh wow! All right, you gotta put me full screen. You know what it is.
Look at this guy.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Vator Games.
You got it.
Quick question before we speak about Chelsea. Is Arsenal now buying the league? 350 million?
No.
Oh, I knew he was gonna gaslight. You're the biggest gaslighter, honestly.
Wait. Why?
I have no words.
We'll talk about Arsenal later, but you should have said.
So Liverpool buying the league, but Arsenal ain't. I'm so bro. This guy, bro.
Of course,
I have no
Liverpool.
words.
Wait.
Anyway, let's start with Vator's blue brother. Chelsea, Fermin Lopez situation. I thought as soon as Chelsea were linked to Fermin Lopez that like the Garnacho thing was just going to go away, but literally like 30 minutes later, what's his name? Fabrizio was tweeting about the whole Garnacho situation. But anyway, Mr. Lewis, 5-1 win this weekend without Cole Palmer. Tell us what's the latest with him injury-wise, and let me know your thoughts on the Fermin Lopez signing as well.
Cole Palmer, from what we've heard, it might just be a groin issue, which also might be a minor issue. He might miss the Fulham game, maybe the international break, and should be back afterwards. And honestly, like, fine. I ain't got no problems with that. Like, we didn't need Palmer to beat West Ham. I don't think we need Palmer to beat Fulham. We've improved the floor of our attack, so I think like the quality that we have is a lot better. So it can work without Cole Palmer in the squad. And yeah, just take the rest and get well soon. As long as it's not any longer than that, I don't really mind too much. In terms of the Fermin Lopez situation, I don't think it's really even a situation like that. If you really look at the Ornstein bomber and everything, it ain't no bomber. It's another Fabrizio monitoring or analyzing piece. So it's like, yeah, you're considering whether you're going to make a move for him, but you haven't started any approaches. You haven't spoken to the player. You haven't dropped a bid. You haven't done nothing. He's just an alternative if we don't get Xavi Simons. And there's been no change in the Xavi Simons situation. One of Jackson or Nkunku has to go on loan because we have only one available loan spot, and the other has to get sold. Until one of them gets loaned, we can't bring in Xavi Simons. Unless both of them are off the books, we can't get Simons or Garnacho. We're just waiting for someone to take Nkunku either on a loan or obligation or a permanent transfer. And we hope someone just comes in within the next week. But I don't think there's any more to this Fermin Lopez story than what meets the eye. All the Barca in the nose are already saying that he's not for sale unless he chooses to leave. He said, I think 5 days ago, that he wants to stay at Barca. Barca fans need to relax. I'm not trying to go anywhere. So I don't think anything more comes from this situation than what we've heard today. It's an alternative that we might press for, but I don't think we will, because I still think Simmons and sadly Garnacho will probably be Chelsea players by the end of the window, and Jackson and Nkunku will be gone. Don't know why Jackson's thinking of Bayern when you wanted to be a starter, but it's not my problem. If he wants to go and we need the money, get the money in, get the UEFA registering situation sorted, because we need to make a profit on all of our sales in the UEFA A-list squad list that we had for the Conference League last season. And right now we've only made sales on KDH, Matissa Mugu, and who else? Noni. That's it. So that's basically our transfer situation, and all everybody is doing is offering us loans, which is why we're not going anywhere. Bournemouth want Disasi, loan. Roma want Tyreek George, loan. Fucking Nkunku, loans. Jackson, loans. Everyone's fucking broke. Everyone's broke, but whatever. We'll see how this window looks like in a week's time. Because if we don't get Garnacho, I'm going to be annoyed that we didn't use that money to go get a centre-back. I'm seeing Arsenal go and do Hincapié on a loan with an obligation. Like, are you awake? Like, we don't need a centre-back. You lot are beefing Barcelona for Fermin Lopez, like Christensen isn't there that can do the centre-back role. Can we just go get somebody that could, like, do that role for us even for a season? It wouldn't kill us. But whatever, man. You don't even have to register him. Just keep him for the Prem. Because like, that's the real worry when it comes to like the centre-back situation anyway. But that's all our situation is from a transfer regard. In terms of the World Cup. Sorry, I'm still thinking back into July. In terms of the West Ham game, fucking cooked them as we expected. I didn't think that we were going to win by that sort of a scoreline. I thought it was only going to be 3-0. But they gave us a little bit of a scare at the start. We started a bit slow like we usually do. But that's not really anything to worry about because we have that situation enough times and we still come back and dominate for the majority of the game. As soon as it got past 15, 20 minutes, we got our press back into shape. We were making the right decisions on the ball and the goals just kept flowing through. What I like the most is that our deliveries into the box have got so much better. Our crossings improved. Our corners have improved. Now we're better offensively and defensively. Last season, we were only good defensively from corners. Now I feel like we're starting to improve on both aspects because I've seen that improve from pre-season. But honestly, we just did what was expected of us. João Pedro had the performance I expected. Liam Delap had the performance I expected. I want to see them two play together a lot more, especially in the Premier League. But this is also why I want to see Jackson stay as well, because if you're going to play both of them, you need a backup. Otherwise, you're one injury away from having a problem. This is where Jackson should be staying for the season as a number 3. A lot of Chelsea fans don't want to hear it because of how crap he's been this year. And I understand his depth. I don't care. He's a good enough number 2 or a number 3 option for Chelsea to have as a squad throughout the season.
Lewis, does he have the chill to be backup? Does he have the mentality to know that he's not going to be the starting guy and he's only going to be subbed on in situations?
He wants to leave because of it, but if he doesn't get the move, he's not going to make a big deal. He'll get reintegrated back into the squad and he'll fight for his place. So, like, everything's going through a bit respectful with Jackson. That's why we haven't thrown him into the bomb squad with the Disassis and everybody. Like, he's still training with the first team. He's just not in the squad for any games until his situation is sorted out. But yeah, the Chelsea did what was expected. Like, even when it comes to Leeds game, I'll say the same thing. Arsenal dominated them, but it was a result you expected. And I think it's the same thing here. We dominated West Ham, but it's a result that you expected. And I'm just glad that we did that because that's what we should be doing if we're being serious about being in a title race.
With what's it called? With Cole Palmer out, you expect them to play again together, right? On Saturday? Pedro and Delap.
Yes. Yeah. They were going to play together anyway. It was Esteval that came in last minute. And like he can start again for me. He needs to just keep starting games. He looks very promising. Decision-making's good. Dribbling's good. Interplay's good. He's not selfish on the ball. Been very impressed with what I've seen from him so far. So I want to see him start again.
I think Fermin Lopez is another good option for Chelsea. The thing that shocked me is, like you said, like the Hinchcapié thing. I just thought Chelsea would be the type of club that make that signing with a whole centre-back situation, given the fact that Colwill is injured. He's actually very similar to Colwill as well, like a style of play, the way that he plays. So he'd have been like low-key a perfect replacement for him, and he can play left-back. The Hato thing is done, right? He's there now?
Yeah. He was off the bench last game. He's been here for like
Thing
a
is,
month. Or
I
so.
don't know if he can start. Who would you say is your starting centre back right now, like till the end of the season, until Colwell's back?
Would be Tosin and Chalobah.
You comfortable with both of them?
They've improved this year. This is the one thing, but it's just, can I trust them and only them for a whole season? I don't know, because we are one, not even Chalobah. We're one Tosin injury away from really being fucked, because he's the only ball playing centre back that we still have in the team. Losing
who would
Cole
be the
was a
first
massive
backup,
blow
you'd say?
for us. The what?
Who would be the first backup? You'd say Badiashile. Who?
Actually, no. Tell a lie. Our strongest back two would be Fofana and Tosin. That I could back a little bit more. But then again, you're one Tosin injury away from looking at Badiashile as a ball playing centre back, and where he can do the ball playing is out of possession, where he's a problem. Because like his positional awareness isn't the best. He can get caught out. He can have a bozo moment in him. I think he's improved this year too, but he's had the smallest leap out of all of the centre-backs. Tosin, I've seen massive improvements. Chalobah, massive improvements. Colwell, massive improvements. Badiashile, minor improvements. Not to the same level. So I don't really know with him. I know Fofana hasn't played for a year. He didn't play for a year under Poch and came back and he was cooking after 2 or 3 games. So I'm not really that worried about it. He just needs a bit of time to get back to speed and he's good.
Is he actually back now, or is he injured again?
No, he was back. He came off the bench against West Ham as well. He was on for the last 20 minutes.
I think Chelsea are gonna have to experiment with the centre back situation. The thing I really expected Chelsea as soon as like Colwell was out.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on.
That's someone's watching something else in a new tab. We just realized.
Yeah, I don't know who that was.
Yeah, that's probably Vator. Yeah, you could tell from his reaction because Dayo's driving home.
Yeah,
me and you had a
lighting as well.
Yeah, me and you had a shocked reaction while Vator was not shocked. I know he's probably trying to suck off Hamza, so he's trying to watch him in a new tab. That's why the ad plays. Have some shame, Vator. Have some respect. Respect your blue brother talking about his blue club. Huh? Respect. 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 You can't call him blue brother and then go watch The Professor in a new tab.
I wasn't
fraud.
watching
You already know everything Hamza's saying. The standards are not there. We need to sign new players. We lost to Spurs. You already know what he's saying. That's the literally
our
exact
problem with like it's the whole UEFA registering thing that we got based off the fines that we had to pay. One of the rulings that we had off that, what was it called? Because I've been researching more into this over the last couple of days. So basically, we can't register new players for UEFA competitions unless the cost savings from outgoing players is better than the cost of incoming players. And that's from the List A transfer balance, which is our last squad in the Conference League. That's why a lot of the transfers that we brought out, they don't really count towards it. Only Noni, KDH, and Mugu are the real pushers in that. And because like we still have to sell a couple more players to get to that amount, we're a bit fucked. And that's why we can't get a centre back in. Unless we just like do the logical thing and just kick out the fucking Garnacho deal, but we don't want to do it. We don't want to do it. So we believe that we have internal solutions. So I want to see those internal solutions. If it's Josh Achimpong, all right, cool. Like I think there's a lot of potential in that kid, but you are throwing him into the fire.
You
we'll
definitely
see.
are throwing him into the fire. You definitely are. I think Chelsea have done well so far in this season, except the Crystal Palace draw. But that's a bit more self-inflicted, the way that they played, very slow, very lethargic, stuff like this. I think they can fix that. I disagree with...
trusted our back line. That's why he wants us to build up a lot slower. That
I
and also
disagree.
our creators being bums all game.
I disagree with you on like the whole 5-0 thing being expected. I disagree. I didn't expect you to win 5-0. I think
No,
you're
scoreline wasn't expected, but the
Yeah.
performance and the way we played
Yeah.
against them was expected.
Yeah, that's why for me, like I think it's very impressive. You win 5-0. That's why I call it 5-star performance. You win 5-0 without 5-1, sorry, without Cole Palmer there. And even the goal you can see that let's be honest, like I know some people blame Sanchez and shit, but that goal was just a world-class goal. There was nothing like you could do about it. That was just a Paqueta banger. Like that could happen to any team. That could happen to Arsenal, City, Liverpool, any team in the whole league, the way that he scored. But other than that, you played through their press, you did everything. West Ham are horrendous, but you can only play who's in front of you, and Palmer wasn't there. The thing for me with the Fermin Lopez signing, I think that's another like technical baller that Chelsea can buy that can improve them, like in terms of depth, in terms of all that type of stuff. Like he's someone who can like play midfield, he can play left wing, so he's one of those players as well that's like a really good footballer as well, and I think that's something that will help you. Does it look like the Xavi Simons thing is off now?
No. There's been no change to it. Fermin Lopez has been brought up as a potential alternative, but we've not done anything with that, and he don't want to leave, so it's not going to leave. It's not
Okay, so now it's 26th August. So in these next 5 days, who do you expect Chelsea to get here we goes for? Who are the two here we goes?
Simmons and Garnacho. And that's it.
Oh, so you don't think the Lopez thing happens?
No, Lopez is not happening. It's not going to happen. Like, even read the Ornstein tweet. We are, like, considering an approach. It's not going to happen. That is there in case we don't get Xavi Simons, and Xavi Simons is basically done. We just need Nkunku to go through the door. And forgetting that, Lopez don't want to leave. And he's under no rush. He's got 4 years left on his deal. They can't do nothing.
And he's a Barcelona boy as well, right?
Yeah, he ain't leaving. And I'm gonna keep saying, if we're talking to Barca about anyone, it better be Christensen. You go and get me a centre back like we fucking needed all year.
But you know,
Lopez
Christensen is a bit too old for what you guys do.
Well, bro, I'm trying to go for a league title, man. I don't care whatever he costs. Like we need a centre back in it. It's either him or Mark Gay. You've decided you're not interested in Mark Gay, so here's what it is.
True.
Vator, you have nothing to say about Chelsea?
Based off of that performance, I'm gonna give him credit for the win. Did it really answer anything? Did it raise any questions? No. It was a result they were supposed to do. I mean, in the group chat, I was annoyed that they conceded the goal because I really didn't really see that happening. But like you said, it was a special goal. Paqueta, glanced up, saw that he had a chance, and took it.
I went wrong. Caicedo should have closed him down a lot quicker. He just very indecisive in that moment.
That's fair. But even to have the awareness to want to take that shot, that's something that not many players tend to do. So
it's still a great hit. I'm just thinking, fucking clamp the guy, man. Yards of space.
But I mean, listen, the game didn't answer anything, and the game didn't raise any questions. Chelsea got their win. My former player in Cole Palmer, I don't think he's going to be out very long, but it is a good sign to see that you're winning without him. And when players that are on the bench see that the team's performing well, they have a higher incentive to get ready to get back because they want to show why they need to be on that pitch and why they're important. So you're better with Cole Palmer returning. Who you play next?
Fulham. Well, Fulham at home.
Yeah, that's another dub. So you guys are comfortable. You guys are comfortable. And the early prediction that we all had with regards to Chelsea being in this title race, no more cool guy settings. We're all on point. Chelsea's in the mix, deservingly so. We'll see what happens with the rest of this transfer window, though.
Fairs. We'll see. We will see. Big up to you, Never Walk Alone 2.0 says Hussam, Gakpo and Salah both like to cut in. Are crowding Wirtz to operate more freely. In Leverkusen, Grimaldo and Frimpong stayed wide. Is this an issue? No, I don't think this is the issue. I think we just haven't played with the three midfielders that I want to play with each other yet. Like we haven't played with McAllister, Gravenberch, and Wirtz together. Wirtz was picking up the spaces yesterday, but no midfielder was finding him. And that's what McAllister does. McAllister is that midfielder who will find him in those pockets. My problem with Wirtz is I just think he's been playing a little bit in slow motion. That's been my biggest issue, but that will come with time. Like when he's gelling a little bit, you get me. It'll come with time. I think he will eventually, pick up the pace of the Premier League, and he just needs that like one moment, one game for him to shine, and then everyone will understand the type of player Florian Wirtz is. But he's an unbelievable player. Like that's just the truth.
I like that.
Anyway, big up.
I like that.
What?
Super chat. I like the super chat because you'll YNWA 2.0. It's nice. He's looking for what might be the reasons for why Wirtz's 2 games haven't been overwhelming, haven't been great to watch. But like Usam said, give it some time. Did I say something wrong? Are you upset with what I said with Wirtz?
Anyway, guys, 900 people in the building. Make sure you guys are liking.
I
Make sure you
haven't
guys
seen
are
none
subscribing.
from that Newcastle Liverpool game, so I can't say anything on it. But what I will say is I ain't giving Florian Wirtz any time because I remember the whole Caicedo slander.
Can we talk about City Spurs first, please? Anyway, big up to all of you
Yeah,
guys.
go for it. I actually watched that one at least.
Yeah, there you go. See, let's talk about Manchester City, the Manchester City game, and the fact that Rodrygo is now staying at Real Madrid. Before we proceed, guys, 900 people in the
He
building.
was
We're not
never
even at
going
200
anywhere
likes.
anyway.
Yeah, we're not even at 200 likes yet, guys. Come on, let's get the likes up. You frauds. Get the likes up now. Every single one of you, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are yet to do so. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Flawless is on his way. Jay is on his way, and Dayo's driving home. So you get me. This is the world of YouTube, Habibis. You get me. So like and subscribe. So Vator, don't go anywhere. Instead, you're listening to Professor in a new tab. City, another home loss to Tottenham Hotspur. Talk to me, brother.
Where to start? Let me address my fan base. My fan base were asking for Pep. How's he going to get? We need to get Shirky on that pitch. We need to get everybody that were signed on that pitch. Listen, Pep got the balance right versus Wolves. I think Pep got the balance wrong versus Spurs. I'm not one like Hussam said earlier when he was talking about his record signing. Not a record signing, but an important signing in Shirky. I think he's going to find his consistency. I think he's going to find his level. It is going to take more than the second game of the season. And I think he, like Wirtz, in terms of getting with the pace of the league, I think Shirky needs to also get with the physicality. The Spurs midfield were bossing everybody, Shirky included, and we were outworked in that game. The goals that we surrendered, am I really thinking that we're going to be conceding goals like that, especially the second one? No. Was I surprised that we conceded goals like that versus Spurs? No. Like, I'm not the only one. It is a thing. Unfortunately, Spurs versus City is a thing. I can't escape it. There's been different managers over there with similar results. I don't get it. I don't know why. But in this game, when we went down 2-0, I was like, what the heck is going on here? Because we didn't even look like we were going to outscore them. We didn't look like we were going to take control of the game. And I think it's because, and credit to Thomas Frank, credit to Spurs, they had the game plan dialed in. They knew that they were going to outwork us from the very first kickoff of the game. And they made it hell. They made it hell for 90 minutes plus. If I'm going to ask my players to do anything, I'm going to need my keeper. Yes, I know you're young. Yes, I know academy, you left, came back. You're going to make mistakes. I've seen Ederson make mistakes. I've seen Ortega make mistakes. Just learn from it. Learn from it, because we're a possession team. We're going to be building up from the back. Teams are going to want to press us, and we honestly want to invite that press, but we want to goat them in for that press, go over top, or cut them through. So Trafford will fix up. He will be good. He just got it wrong. He got it wrong on the day. I'm not writing any players off. If any of you rivals want to do that, you want to say this player's done, do that week 2. Go ahead. Have your fun. But I don't believe any of these players done. We just got it wrong on the day. Marmoush should have scored. Holland should have scored. Right? Reinders just a week ago, same position, takes the shot. I don't know why he looked up past that early in that game. We were just slightly off. Am I in panic settings? No. There's a reason why I'm on A-listers and no other show with Hussam, because I want to talk ball. I can do the whole banter thing. Yeah, I could do the whole banter thing if I wanted to, but I'm talking ball. Week 2. We got outmanaged. We got outplayed. We got to fix up for the upcoming weeks. I was watching on Monday. I'm not going to lie. I was watching on Monday to see whether Newcastle could do me a favor, because I'm saying it. I need to keep pace with Liverpool. If Liverpool are spending, I need to spend. If Liverpool are winning a game,
here we go. Now the gaslighting starts. He just said he's gonna be honest, and then literally a statement later, he's talking about if Liverpool spend, I need to spend. Okay, so where was that logic for Liverpool in the last 4 years? Because you spent and we didn't. So now what?
Let's stop doing this. We spent.
Why are you like this, Vator? Honestly,
what is wrong with you?
And have just one genuine conversation with you about City, just one genuine one.
I was being 100% genuine, and I'm speaking to what I want to be able to do before this transfer window closes. If Liverpool spend, if you'd let me finish my conversation before this transfer window closes, I want to spend as well. I'm not perfect. If you guys strengthen in attack, I want to strengthen in my defense. It's one of those things. Now, I don't know why you get triggered. You act like your club doesn't spend money. They do spend money, and they have been spending over the years. Now, this season, you're spending more than we've ever seen from a defending champ. That's all. Just accept that. You're defending title. You're looking for a repeat. You're looking for back-to-back. No club, Hussam. No club is spent like this after winning the Prem. None. So when I say you guys are spending, I want to be able to spend and keep up. Now, I'm also saying this game's going to need Pep to just get the right balance.
I can't quit smoking when I work with you. It's just impossible.
What?
I can't quit smoking when I work with you. It's just impossible.
Yeah.
You lost to Richarlison and Werner, and bro, they lost to Richarlison and Brennan Johnson, and he's talking to me about Liverpool spending. Imagine.
What does that mean? What is that's not that is
so
that's
what
not
does what does anything you have to say have to do with Richarlison and Brennan Johnson combining to score a goal with Ruben Diaz stripping at the back? Now what?
Okay. First of all, John Stones tripped at the back. Diaz tried to keep up off that breakdown, and my keeper literally passed it, a dangerous pass to Gonzalez, and we lost possession that resulted in the second goal.
If it helps, my goalkeeper does that every week.
So those are goals that we surrendered, not having to talk about Brendan Johnson and having to talk about Richarlison. It's a different season. So what I'm trying to emphasize is, yeah, I lost this game. Am I going to freak out? No. But I'm going to point out that my manager, like I was saying, needs to get the balance right. My manager, I'm getting a call. I'm going to take this. My manager needs to make sure that we've got the workers in that midfield.
Pep telling me to stop waffling.
Okay, I'll talk to Pep later. He can wait. When it comes down to what needs to happen with regards to this game, what needs to happen?
I said I'll speak to Pep later. Okay, go on, baby.
It's Pep Linders. I'll speak to him whenever I want.
Yeah, you haven't talked about him for 3 weeks now.
If it was the other Pep, of course I'm picking up that call, but that's Pep Linders. When I'm looking at this upcoming game or upcoming games, my manager needs to get the balance right. We need workers. We were outworked in that midfield. I didn't have to talk about the attack for Spurs. We need to talk about, and you didn't mention it, you need to talk about the midfielders. You need to talk about how hard they worked versus City. That's the difference here. Shirky needs to get up to speed. Reinders needs to understand the physicality with regards to that, as well as Nico Gonzalez. All new signings, and I understand why adjustments will need to take place. So I have an incredible confidence to know that when we get the balance right, we'll be in the mix. I just want to keep pace. I want to keep pace with Liverpool. All right? Now, I'm getting that call because I do have to address something. I'm going to be off camera just for a second. But listen, take your shots, rivals. Take your shots. Talk about my players being bums if you want. This guy, how about you pull up the spending for 2025, 2026? How about you pull that up? Yes,
how much do you spend in January? Yeah, there you go. How about you pick up that call, buddy, and stop waffling? Big up to you, Fonzie, man. I agree with you. You wanna know something? Everyone's sick and tired of Vator's excuses and the excuses of the City fans. Just excuse after excuse after excuse. Yeah, pick up that call. Pick up that call. It's the fraudulence emergency number. They need you. The problem is with you is every time you come here, you keep talking about Liverpool spent and Arsenal spent, and no one is asking about Liverpool or Arsenal. This is the City section. You lost to Richarlison and Brennan Johnson. It ain't got nothing to do with Liverpool spending money. It got to do, and it's funny because he didn't say anything about Pep Linder's now chat. You see that? And big up the only City honest fan, Martin. You get me? The only honest City fan, Martin. He came here and he was like, Pep Linders has a negative effect on us. We're doing Route 1 football. We're doing, like, he's the one that actually came up here and addressed the reality. Meanwhile, Mr. Vator Game come up here and lie and start talking about Liverpool spending money and all that shit. No one's asking about Liverpool spending money, my brother. We are asking you why you lost to Spurs in your own backyard. And all you do is Liverpool. Habibi, what does Liverpool have to do with this?
What is wrong with you? I said Liverpool.
You lost to Spurs.
Yeah, so as I was speaking to me suffering this loss and me wanting to keep pace with Liverpool, you get triggered. The vein starts popping in your neck and your forehead, and you can't even let me get out what I want to say. I am not the one keeping you smoking. That's your choice, all right? You should be a quitter and quit smoking, but you're not going to quit.
Yeah, no to smoking.
Something else is going to require you to quit. Maybe a good woman in your life is going to get you to quit those things. So let's all continue to pray. That lady's on her way for him. But when I'm talking about what this game meant, when I talked about how we got outworked, the mistakes that are to why we suffered this 2-0 defeat, let's not get it twisted. This Manchester City lost 4-0 at home to this Spurs different manager. So it's not like it's not a thing where we struggle versus this team. I don't know what it is. I'm sure you, Liverpool, have a great record versus some other club. And obviously that other club has had different managers over the years. It's one of those. It happens to be Spurs for us. Now, I mentioned Liverpool because I want to keep pace with you. I'm not trying to absolve this loss. I'm not trying to downplay the loss to Spurs. I'm trying to say why it's important, why I was actually hoping for Newcastle to do me a favor. And they weren't able to do it. I mean, on another day, on another week, maybe you would have.
Once again, this is the City section, Vator Games. Please, Can we just talk about Manchester City? Why do you always deflect other clubs? I asked Lewis about Chelsea. He answered about Garnacho. He answered about Fermin Lopez. He didn't bring up Arsenal or City or Liverpool, any other club. Just talk about your club. You are now.
If I was praising your club, if I was praising your club,
I don't want you to praise my club.
Do
not praise my club. Don't even say anything nice about me. Speak about why Richarlison and Brennan Johnson is the reason why you don't have 6 points. That's what I'm interested in.
Okay, so this is why you're fraudulent. It's not just those two players. You're missing the whole point. Why don't you speak about their midfielders? Why don't you?
I said Pap Sarr was amazing. I said it. Pap Sarr was unbelievable in that game.
That is what really.
Christian Romero was great. That's another one.
Okay, those are the reasons. Not trying to highlight Richarlison and quote unquote him a failed striker on how do you guys lose to him? Let's not do all that, right? So I think Thomas Frank got it right with how he had everybody for Spurs working on that game. We got outworked, but at the same time, we also left chances out there. I mentioned early, Marmoush has to put that goal away. That slip pass from Holland, Marmoush has got to score it. Reinders open, decides to pass. He's got to shoot that. And we were off the entire game. So I'm not trying to just Brennan Johnson, Richarlison. Okay, that's lazy take. You go do that on the other shows. We're talking ball over here. We lost this because we got outworked from an entire team performance from Spurs. And they deserved a 2-0 win, despite my keeper making a mistake. I really hope he minimizes those and we don't get many of those. But we gifted them that second goal. We should have been better off in terms of going into that game at least 1-0 and then tried to win it back, but we were off. And that's talking ball. I will not mention Liverpool again until it's the Liverpool section. And I don't want you mentioning another.
Do you have to go, or are you staying now?
No, I gotta run. I'm gonna drop my little girl off, but I'll be back. I don't want to hear you speak another club when it's the Liverpool section.
Vader, can I ask you a question before you leave? Do you actually now think
ETA quickly?
I'm 4 minutes away. Exactly. I'm at the traffic light before my house. 4 minutes away.
Yeah, go ahead. Dayo.
Vader, do you now think that if other teams look at exactly how Tottenham set up against you and play against you like that in the next couple of games, like that overworking you in the midfield, like you said, do you think that that's your weakness this season? So your players can actually gel?
I think if other teams decide to set up like Spurs, my manager's going to have the right he's going to have the proper balance. I think he got it wrong. If we look at the first game, we had Bernardo Silva partnered up with Nico Gonzalez and Reinders having that ability to roam and get forward. We didn't have that stability. I think he gets it right. I hope other clubs decide to want to press us like that, because if they can, it's going to leave gaps. But I got to run. I'll be back. Thanks, guys.
Okay, big up.
Big up.
Dayo, you have anything you want to say about City?
No, I mean, I watched the game, and I'll be honest with you, I think Tottenham deserved the win. That's all it was. It was clear. It was. Here's the thing that Vader is not saying. I personally think that Pep has run out of ideas, and I think that most managers in the league, after the last 4 or 5 seasons, are beginning to figure him out, and he's not able to come up with new ingenious ideas, and that's what I think it is. So again, it's not to disrespect Pep's legacy. The man has created a massive legacy that he has created in the Premier League, but you cannot consistently have this for 5, 6, 7 years. And other managers that have also been there, studying you, looking at how your team is set up, how you play, they'll come up with solutions. They'll come up with solutions, and I think that's what's beginning to happen. We saw it last season when they lost Rodri. What happened? They went on an 11-game spree, 9 losses, 2 draws. They had to reinforce in January just to be able to get Champions League. So again, this season, I think a lot of teams have actually figured them out, and now that they have newer players in the squad, and those players also have to gel together during that gel period, I think they're going to take a little bit of a beating. So yeah, Tottenham deserve the win. Richarlison is looking like prime R9, just coming in there and bicycle kick week in after week in, week out. Brennan Johnson, as stupid as people thought he's not one of the best players in the world. As silly as people try to make him look out, they outplayed them in the midfield. Sarr and that Tottenham team with Sarr and Kudus, they're going to be a problem. Tottenham, especially with Thomas Frank this season. Thomas Frank seems to have a style for them now. Like you watch the game, you see that they actually have a style. They have an identity. They're not just doing that. What was it? A high line for life from last season. 9 players playing high line. High line for life, mate. They're not doing all that right now. So, yeah. But again, City, I don't know. I just feel like City, they have quality players, but there's just something about Pep's. Like for those of us who've been watching Pep for a while, every league he's gone to, you see Pep on the sideline and you see the way he reacts to like the game, even just the look on his face. I just feel like Pep is tired and he wants to retire, like leave. I honestly feel that way because again, this is 2 seasons back to back. Tottenham coming to the Etihad and beating them, taking away a clean sheet at the Etihad. All the noise of how
Tottenham are used to winning at City. They always do.
Yeah.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like
years back, City came back and then they got a late winner immediately afterwards.
Which is true, yeah. I mean, but my thing is like, then at what point do we say that this is just a bogey team, or are we saying again? And they've done it with different.
I know, but they've done it with bogey team. 100.
But they've done it with different. They've done it with different managers. They've done it with different managers. That's the part that kills me.
That's the definition of a bogey team. We're Tottenham's bogey team over decades.
I guess so. Then I guess then you know what? Then maybe my assessment of the City team is probably wrong. Then this might just be their bogey team, and they'll be back in the next game.
I think I said after the Wolves 4-0 win that, it was a good result and everything, but they never told me anything new about Man City that I didn't already know about them. They still got caught out a few times defensively. The only thing that saved them was that Wolves were offside all the time, and they scored from the majority of their shots on target. We know City have a good attack. We know they have a creative midfield. The Wolves game told me nothing. I said the Spurs game was the test because, number one, it's your bogey team. Number two, it's just going to be a better, well-drilled team with better individuals. And they made their own mistakes. They didn't bury their chances. They got dominated in the midfield and got beaten out of possession in transition again. This just looks like, I don't want to say the same City, because I don't think that's fair to them, but they're not as back as everybody is just saying that they are, just off the back of a few signings. I think the signings have given them more of the hype that they're there, but they still don't look like they've got the cohesion. They still look a little bit rusty from the World Cup as well. And they still look like they can be got at in transition. It just depends on the timing of your runs and the mistakes made at the back. But they still look like they can be got at defensively in spite of everything that they've spent, which is why I just said, like, City, I'm not saying they're finished, nowhere near that, but I don't see them as any scarier than they were last season, and they have to show that to me. Like, they're always going to be a threat to you in a one-off game and everything, but you can get at them. It depends on you whether you do.
No, I Calvert-Lewin just skied the penalty for Leeds.
Hold that. Leeds scum.
Leeds about to get eliminated Carabao Cup. Dayo should be home in a second. Flawless is joining us as well. So let me just check up on him just real quick.
What, him and Rand's still live?
No, I think he's just finished. I think he's just finished.
No,
so Flawless will be joining us as well just now. Dayo, I think, is going to be home now as well, so you're going to see him in his setup. Big up to everyone locked in. There you go. See? I just said it. Just said it, ladies and gentlemen. And he's here. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Full-time enemy and brother at the same time. I hate him and I love him. He'll now officially be on A-listers chat. You get me? And he is an A-lister in my eyes anyway. Massive celebrity, rapper, booty clapper, as Matisse used to call him. Anyway, joining me on the channel. Yeah, fact. We all know that. We all know the type of woman he was hunting as well in the carnival. We all know that. You got me. Also known as the Milkman. Man like Flawless is in the building. How do you Flawless, man?
Blessings, man. Big up. Appreciate the intro. Big up to you, Hassam. Lewis, obviously, family tree, you already know, man. Always good to see you every single time. Thank you very much for the opportunity, Hassam. Appreciate it. Yes, I'm not officially on A-listers. I'm on it. It is a very, very, very big show. Very, 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 very good show as well. Big up to the chat as well. I look forward to being here as well, man. A-listers, man. We here. Made it. Love it. Love it. Big up.
Yeah, blood.
We already know, man. We already know.
Let's go.
Only Vator was still here. Fucking hell.
Oh, Vator. Every time.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
My name is.
Anyway, big up to all of you guys locked in. Sarcasm City is in City TV is in the description. The other new member of A-listers, Jay, will be with us in a while. Dayo's here now officially as well in his setup. How doing, Dayo, mate?
Good, man. What's up?
Big up, Dayo. Big up.
Flawless,
big
man.
up,
Sorry,
big up.
dude. Guys,
Big up.
traffic is madness in this city.
Man.
It's okay. It happens.
Don't you worry, man. We live in London, man.
Yo,
Same shit.
that's why I ran away from London. I was like, first, yeah, that's part of the reasons, the weather and the nonsense trap, like congestion charge.
Man, everyone's fucking miserable, bruv.
Yo,
Yeah. I could never live in a city like this. I'm more of like a reef type guy. I just like to be in calm areas. I've lived in 3 countries and I've lived like in small areas in all 3 countries. I cannot do
Yeah,
like
so you were just accustomed to that. That's your way of living now.
but that's good.
I
though.
hear it.
That's
I cannot do like city and shit. Like I had to go to like the main city. Sometimes you have to go like 2-3 days in a row, and I just can't like. Oh my god! It's like to even just buy something, you've got to go through traffic and beeps and cars, and it's like, bro, can I just get like the one thing like, even if you just want to buy anything, you just want to buy a water bottle.
Everyone's just trying to stop you to try and get your money. Oh, do you want to buy this? And you want some? You want this? Would you like this? Spare some change here, everything. So let me walk, man. Leads are out. Let's go. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
they just got him.
Dirty
They actually missed all 3 pens, by the way.
Oh, Leeds went. I love that, man. Great start
Up
to
the
the season.
Wednesday, mate. Up the Wednesday.
Yeah. Sheffield
Love that.
Wednesday just beat them on pens
Just
as
like
well.
London, your city is blue. Let's go.
Rice to Estevao as Lewis is to Hussam. Just so you know, that means you're comparing Lewis to Declan Rice, not me, because that's the order you have them in, Todd.
I'm so lost.
Yeah, so you're
Todd,
gonna have
what
to
do you
fix
mean by
that,
that?
Todd. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to invest another $2 fixing what the hell you just sent because it makes no sense.
Right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna need to take a step back, think before you spend your next $2 before you go there. You get me? So yeah. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Like and subscribe. I want to talk about my club a little bit. Just from obviously, I know you guys have seen all the recent news and everything. But before that, who here actually watched the Liverpool Newcastle game?
Yep.
I didn't. No.
Yep. I did.
Carnival, man. I saw the last 10 minutes while I was walking home. You're welcome for Rio and all.
Yeah,
that.
I seen actually as we was walking through, whoever bagged your first goal, someone was watching it on their phone as they was walking by us and showing us that. That's all I seen. That was it. That was all I seen from the game.
Flawless and Lewis, do you guys get recognized outside? Honestly, like an honest question.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
now and then.
So, shut up, Lewis. This guy being modest. He keeps me modest because I get recognized, yes, which I love, by the way. To anyone who recognizes me out wherever, completely surreal. I genuinely love it. But Lewis, he lets me know there's levels to go to this because he gets recognized everywhere we are. London, Manchester, Liverpool, everywhere. We was in Liverpool.
It's
the bouncer
mad. It's a blessing. It's mad.
The bouncer was like, Chelsea. That's what the bouncer said to him. I was like, yeah, love it.
Yeah, Manchester won it.
Yeah. See, both of them.
No, but even then, there's levels to that. I cannot walk down a road with troops. I can't. It takes like 30 minutes to just walk down a road. It's crazy.
It keeps you
like even me, like I just get every now and then. Troops, you cannot walk anywhere. You have to stop for at least 5-10
Oh
minutes.
yeah, Troops is like a celebrity. I'd say.
Well,
Yeah, bruv.
Jokes aside, like he's recognized worldwide.
Levels.
And that's what it is.
I think Troops will get recognized in like Dubai, like everywhere.
So hold on. So you're telling me
100%.
Flawless gets recognized, Lewis gets recognized, Troops is on a different level. Sam definitely will get recognized. He walks on the face of
yes,
Sam,
100% he would.
Sam,
Sam, that first time you go to Anfield, you're gonna learn, bro. You're gonna learn real quick.
Sam, you might be lying to yourself where you are.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
But if you want to try it
It
out,
will be a good thing. 90%. Look at the size of you, like it will be a bad thing.
Sam, you get on the plane and you travel to Liverpool. And just walk down the high street. Just
I was thinking if I come to the UK, it'll be like a low-key thing. Like,
no, it wouldn't. People gonna recognize you because they're gonna look because you'll get it. They'll go. People, you know what it is. People look at you and they go, "Oh, Hassan." Like that's what it is. They look.
And you
can
tell when someone's staring at you.
They get the double take. Yeah. You'll get the double
I've been
take.
recognized in my country only one time at my local
Trust me,
gym.
it's gonna happen here. If I'm getting,
I like the fact no one knows me. Low key, like outside, right? You can just go do whatever you want. No one knows you.
Don't get. Trust me, you are going to get right. You are going to get.
I was at my local gym. And this is literally exactly what happened. I was on the, Lewis would know what I'm talking about. You know when you do like your delts like this, so you're sitting on the chest machine, but you're sitting with your chest on the machine itself instead of with your back on.
And you're pulling it back instead.
Yes, you're doing this. So I'm just sat there, earphones in, everything, right? So someone just walks to me, and usually when someone walks to you in the gym, you already give the answer. So I just like two, like they usually ask how many sets left or blah blah blah. So it's like 2 sets left. And then he was like, he showed me this Womendi video. He's like, "Is that you?" I'm like, "Oh my god!" And then this is for me where it got a little bit like mad, right? He asked me for a picture, so I took a picture with him, right? And then after he took a selfie with me, he looked at everyone in the gym and he's like, "By the way, guys, this is a really famous guy." I swear to God. I swear to God. Wallahi, that's what he did. Like, he just looked around. Everyone in the gym was like, "This guy's really famous." This is what I told him. He's like, be quiet, please. I don't want anyone to know me. Let me just exercise, go home. You get me? I don't want to be recognized. But that was the only time I've ever been recognized. But I've had some looks though. Like sometimes I'm driving my car and I'm like driving, and someone would look at me, and I think they might like think it's me, but like they're in doubt type thing.
You know what it is about those kind of things is like when you see famous people or people who you recognize, a lot of times your brain does a double take. A lot of times.
Yes.
And in that double take, while you are ongoing, you're doing your thing, it becomes too late. By the time you're like, it is him, it's too late, you're already gone. Like, dude, okay, so I live in Austin in Texas. I was downtown one day and I saw Andre 3000. I knew it was Andre 3000. I knew that's who I saw right across the road, and I was like, it is, no, it's not, no, it is. And he was just walking with his crew. And next thing I know, when I turned to look again, they had walked into a building on the side there, boom, gone. And I was like, people would think I'm mad. Like I'm telling you, I saw this.
It happened to me when I walked past Courtois years ago coming out of a Waitrose. I didn't clock until I walked another 10 minutes down the road, and I thought, why was that lanky guy just staring at me like that?
And you realized it was Courtois.
Yeah, because I remember I was wearing the Chelsea shirt. I was like, he looked a bit like Courtois, though. And then after a minute, yeah, you fucking idiot. It was Courtois. It's too late now.
Yeah, that's what usually happens.
Only celebrity like I've met in real life is Luis Garcia, like the Liverpool player.
Oh, that's
I met him in Dubai. Yeah, hold that. I met him in Dubai. I took a selfie with him. That's the only one I got. So basically, you guys are saying if I come to the UK, it's not going to
definitely get recognized. No, you definitely get recognized.
You go to a Liverpool game at Anfield, you are getting clocked. Like C-Nack said it in the stream. Man like Jimmy and RSM were getting clocked at the Club World Cup games. You think you ain't gonna get spotted?
And here the thing is love as well when you see people. That's another thing. You see this hate that you get online and all this and and all that. Yeah, you'll get the like you might get the odd one. 99.999% of the time is done. But big up, I watch you, etc. That's it. It's not just
even a man that disagree with you, if they come up to you 9 times out of 10, it's not even going to be a deep conversation like that.
Exactly.
They might end up leaving the conversation liking you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fairs. I actually spoke to James Redmond and people were asking James Redmond if he still works with me. That's when I was like, okay, now this story has confirmed to me I cannot do a low-key thing in the UK. I just can't. It's impossible. If I want to do low-key, I have to go to like Maldives or some shit.
No low-key, but
you understand? You got to do an away game if you want that.
Yeah, we're people's TV. So the same way when we was growing up and we watch TV and look at people as stars on TV, that's how they look at you. It's like I watch you all the time. So therefore you a star to them.
If you want to do low-key, just go.
Bro, the guy that met me at the gym had like that starstruck thing in his eye. Like he really met someone. And for the first time ever, like it felt strange. Like people are speaking, like I'm used to everyone speaking to me normally. He was speaking to me like I'm this like guy, like I'm the guy, and I'm like, bro, I cannot like.
That's why.
How are we supposed to react to this? I don't know still to this day, to be honest with you. But anyway, next time I walked into the gym, he's an Arsenal fan. He did this to me. I did this to him. I did this to him. Start laughing. Yeah, hold that. He's watching probably right now, so he can hold that as well. Yeah, big up to him. I almost said his real life name, which will expose me, so I'm not gonna say his real life name. Anyway, as I was saying, you get me back to the topic. Big up to Jack who says, "Big up, welcome the milkman, flawless to the show." Hey,
you already know, man. You already know. Big up to you, Jack, man. Big up. I'm here, man. I'm in the building. Be here on a regular basis.
You are actually very loved by this community. Genuinely, the Don Hussam community love you. Honestly.
I love that. I'm hated in many other places, so it's nice to be loved somewhere. It's nice to be like some chats don't like me, so it's good that they show me love here. Bless it. Big up to the chat.
Like one of the best stuff about you when you were first building up your channel was the Hussam v Flawless debates.
Yeah, it was good fun. Yeah, it was good fun, man. I enjoyed that. It was good fun. 100%.
Me and Flawless have agreed that was all Matisse and Troops' fault. We are
we can blame them too. I'm with that, especially Troops.
Wow.
Oh, so I would beg for Rice and Lewis channel for a year.
Matisse as well was out here handing us red cards for no reason. Why are you giving me a red card, mate? Why are you giving me a red card, Matisse? Little fraud. Just giving me a red card for no reason. What did I do?
Oh, that's where he nicked it from. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, fraud. I would beg for Rice on Lewis's channel for a year.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Back in the day when we used to get linked to him every transfer window, he always used to do it to wind me up because I never wanted Rice.
I get what you mean now because he said it's the same with me and Esteval. This guy just comes in every chat and is like, Esteval is coming.
At least he's picked the right agenda now. The whole Rice one was like 50 mil I'll do, not 100. Not 100.
Yeah, then. Big up to my guy Muhammad John. By the way, till this day, craziest name on YouTube, Muhammad John. Yeah, let's go. Best of both worlds, Muhammad John. You get me? Nice to meet you. My name is Michael Hussam. Big up to you who says, big up everyone. Why is nobody talking about Arne Slot post-match conference where he did Isak's goal celebration? There's no way he did Isak's goal celebration. He might have been pointing or doing something because that's something that anyone can do. Like go there, blah blah blah. Like that doesn't mean he's doing the Isak celebration. I wish Ekitika did the Isak celebration. It would have been the most like fucking like shit house thing. I love a shit house. I love shit houses in football, to be honest with you. Anyway, speaking of shit houses, Dayo, did you watch the game yesterday?
I did watch.
Great. So let's talk about Liverpool, and let's talk about as well the latest Isak news as well, because there's more stuff dropping today. Apparently, the meeting with the Newcastle owner is now leading to Isak wanting to leave anyway. So they had an unsuccessful last meeting. Make sure guys are liking and make sure guys subscribe. Let me see it. Oh, there's no way you guys are claiming that this is Slot doing the Isak. Guys, he's probably pointing or some shit, bro. Come on, man, you guys. Bro, have some shame. Bro, have some shame, honestly. Actually have some shame.
You know what's crazy, Hussam, right? That video is like a 25 frame per second video. Somebody somewhere stopped on one frame in between a second where his hands were like this.
Yeah, where he's like pointing or talking.
Maybe the guy was like, what we needed to do, and just doing this. They stopped right there, boom. And all people.
Slot doing the Isak. Anyway, Dayo, let me know what you think of the game yesterday. Talk to me, brother.
That was a game and a half. Look, this is A-lister, so I'm not gonna come here and do any banter. I'm just gonna call it as it is.
You can if you want. You can do whatever you want.
That's what champions do to win in that game. But what happened in that game is what champions need to do. Simple. Newcastle. I didn't believe what Newcastle did with 10 men coming back into that game. Honestly speaking, I didn't give them a chance back into the game because I just felt like Liverpool had enough to just see the game out 2-0. But for Newcastle to come back 2-2 and for, Rio to do what he did in the last, it was even for, I think it was Szoboszlai, right, that jumped over the ball, that let the ball roll because he could have taken the shot. So I'm just assuming that Rio actually called out to him. And he listened, something like, because he let the ball roll between his legs, if I'm not mistaken, before Rio took that shot and it was 3-2. So for me, like, honestly, I think, again, that's what champions do to win. But it also highlights some loopholes in Liverpool, which is their defense. Liverpool have conceded in all the games they played this season. And that's what I was saying at the beginning of the season. I think I told Hussam, I said, you're forward heavy as a team. Like, you're not, like, you have good, everything you have going forward is very good. You probably will outscore a lot of teams, but you won't outscore teams that are defensively sound, especially when they can score as well. That's where I think the problem would be. I think that Liverpool will struggle against teams like Chelsea. I think that they will struggle against teams like Arsenal. I think that they will struggle against teams that are, solid at the back. Crystal Palace, we saw it. So again, they have that leaky defense, and it's not me just trying to just talk bad about the defense. They are one red card.
Nah, feel free to talk bad about their defense.
They're one red card or 2 yellow cards of Van Dijk away from losing their next 2 games. Like, literally, he's the person who's holding everything. Konate getting a yellow card early, not being able to tackle the way he needs to tackle. At some point, it was Van Dijk that was covering for Konate and covering his own side. And that's a lot of work on him. Again, he's not young. He's not a spring chicken. Van Dijk is not 27, 28, 29. He's in his 30s. People have to remember that the older you get as a player, even though you do age like fine wine, one bad tackle like he got yesterday could be the difference between the next 3 games. So for me, Liverpool need to do something about their defense. The fact that they concede, they can outscore many teams, but when they come up against a team, like I said, that is solidly good in defense and can score as well, Liverpool will struggle. But yesterday, they did what champions needed to do, which is get their 3 points. They found a way to get that 3 points. Now, that kid, Rio, you just have to say, the boy is the truth. He's the truth. I watched him in your preseason and some other games that he played, a couple of like cameos that he's had, and I was like, he's very good. He's a young kid, and I wanted to start doing all that nonsense. But the truth is, yes. I mean, positionally, the fact that he actually, because I don't want to believe that Szoboszlai knew that he was behind him, because Szoboszlai was backing him when that ball was crossed in, and he just let it roll through. He let it roll between his legs because he could have taken the shot and that could have missed it, and it would have ended 2-2 because that was the last minute. So yeah, I think your defense is not sustainable for 38 games the way you guys are playing. Attacking wise, you are sustainable. Now, if you get Isak again, attacking wise, you're sustainable. Like, you have options. You've got Ekitike, you've got Isak, you've got Salah, you've got Gakpo, you've got Vert, you've got all these guys going forward that will kill any team. The question now is, when you go forward like that and then they counter you, what happens? And we saw that with Newcastle with 10 men. Now, if 10 men could do that much damage to 11 men on the pitch from Liverpool, like 10 men could do that much damage. I get it. It was yesterday's game was a different type of pressure because there was a lot of animosity between both teams. The whole, you want to buy Isak, you're not buying Isak. St. James's Park was loud. Like you could hear it through the TV. You could hear St. James's Park through the TV. Like every ball played, they were chanting for every pass, every tackle.
Yeah, when Newcastle's on it, that's top 2 atmospheres in England.
It is ridiculous, dude. It was like I was watching the game and I turned the volume up so I could actually enjoy. Like it was just, I was like, this is insane. I don't imagine being in this stadium. I'm not losing my voice. There's no way I'm not losing my voice. I'm going home with no voice. Because there's no how, like you're trying to talk about what you're seeing and you're not yelling, So yes, I understand that there was a difference in yesterday's game, the animosity with this whole transfer window and the Isak issues and all of that back and forth. But that's what made it even more interesting.
You guys reckon he ends up at Liverpool after today? Because he met with the owners and apparently his statement was the same thing. I want to leave.
Who ends up at Isak?
Yeah.
No, I think he stays there. I think he stays there. Newcastle.
The funny thing, the owners are going to put their foot on Hussam. I think the owners are going to show him, listen, you got 3 years on your contract. I think that Isak should have handled this thing differently. The way Isak should have handled this thing, again, the reason I'll say that is from what I read that they made promises to him. But the person that made promises to you no longer works at Newcastle. The person who gave you a verbal word and said, hey, you know what, we'll do something, blah, 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 come next season, no longer works there. So he should have also put that context, said, well, the person who gave me that verbal is no longer here. I've got to be able to go to the top level guys and explain, look, I had a conversation with this person. This is what we agreed. I know she no longer works here. I would like us to please honor this, and I would like to go to Liverpool and do it the right way and not say, I'm not showing up for practice. I'm not doing this, because the owners are wealthy. They will put you on the payroll for 1 year and frustrate your life. They will. You would either have to reintegrate yourself back into the team, put your head down, come back in and play. Because again, if they insist on 140, 145 or something ridiculous like that, they refuse the 130. Will Liverpool go back and pay the 145? Is the question. Is Liverpool willing to pay whatever amount it takes to get Isak out of there? Will be the question. Because the owners, they don't have to sell him. They don't need the money. They're not broke. They've crossed all their PSR lines. They're sorted. So it just, for me, I think he could have gone about it a better way. I think there was a better way for him to do this. And if he was serious, put in a transfer request and cancel your 3-year contract, lose that money, pay it back to them, and tell them, deduct that money from what you want to sell me from, and let Liverpool come and pay the difference. Yeah, Gyökeres did that. He said, here's 2 million euros of my salary. Here's this, here's that. Spoke to his agent, reduce your fees. Let's get this deal done. And they got the deal done. As hard as, so I think if Isak really wants to leave.
So it doesn't change you guys' mind the fact that he met the Newcastle, because this is what Fabrizio has been saying since the morning, which is he met the Newcastle owners basically, and his message to the Newcastle owners was the same. He insists on moving to Liverpool. Let me tell you exactly what they said. Cool. This is what's been said since the morning. Watch this. I'm gonna tell you everything the journalist said. So this is Keith. This is the Keith Downey, the Newcastle journalist. I think all options are open. We could yet see Liverpool come back in. I think Isak would still like to leave. This is the Keith Downey report. The other report from Fabrizio this morning, which is, first of all, Craig Hope, which is the other Newcastle journalist. Isak is not affected by the noise and remains intent on getting his move to Liverpool. So the player is insistent. Lee Ryder, attempts to get Isak to stay at Newcastle took place at the striker's home yesterday, but the Sweden international is sticking to his guns and wants to leave the club. Fabrizio today, Alexander Isak maintains clear stance since July. He wants Liverpool move, no change after recent talks. Liverpool ready to bid again if Newcastle open doors to exit. Story remains in Newcastle's hands, but Isak still hopes for Anfield move ASAP. And this is the last one from Luke Edwards, who actually has been negative on Isak leaving Newcastle the whole summer. Like, he's been saying Isak will stay. This is what he said today. Isak remains adamant he wants to leave Newcastle United despite the intervention of Chairman Yasser Romayan, who is keen to broker a deal that leads to the striker remaining at the club. Telegraph Sports understands that Isak has repeated his desire to be allowed to join Liverpool. A PIF delegation, along with co-owner Jamie Rubin, met with the player at his home on Monday, but there does not seem to have been any progress made in getting the player back to training.
Yeah,
I think that's where he's getting it wrong. He should just
Shit
stay
has hit the fan basically for this Isak thing, like completely.
I like him, and I like the. I don't want the person that I'm.
But let me ask you a question, Dayo. Since you think he's done things the wrong way, look, I think this is the summer where players need to know once and for all, gentlemen's agreements mean nothing. You need to get shit like put on paper, blah blah blah. Because it's the same thing with Jokeres. I defended Jokeres. I did not attack Jokeres, even though he didn't go to training or anything. I said it, gentlemen's agreement, blah blah blah. If the reports are true, according to all the big journalists, that he went to Newcastle last game of the season, he was like, guys, I'm not staying. I want to leave this summer. I want to move to Liverpool, blah blah blah. And Newcastle then knew for 2.5 months, and their excuse 2.5 months later is, we haven't signed a replacement. Mate, I told you 3 months ago. I told you 3.5 months ago. 3.5 months, any of our football clubs could have bought like 2 strikers in. Hell, Flawless's club, who has been like literally the butt of every joke in the Premier League community for the last year, went and bought Mbeumo, Cunha, and Sesko. They bought 3, not just 1. So we're not going to sit up here and act like this is Isak's fault. No. I get what you're saying in terms of like, go about it the right way, go to training. I get that part, but at the same time, wait, Thierry Henry made the point. I don't know if you watched what he said on Sky. He was like, when a player is shit and the club want to sell him, no one has this energy.
Yeah,
that's the thing. So let's say let's look at I'm gonna use Flawless Club again as an example. Let's look at Garnacho. Do you see like Flawless or Staffy or any United fan we work with come here and go like, Garnacho's a rat, he should be in training? No one says that because he's shit and they all want him to leave.
That's you're proving my point. The difference is Isak is a big player for Newcastle who carried the team all last season.
During this conversation.
So you have to realize that a player like that, even if you want to leave, I think you should leave. I think you should leave by doing again. I'll tell you what I said.
Keep him for 50 mil, innit? It's all good.
When Jokeres said he wasn't going to training, I said the same thing. I was like, this guy, don't do that. Just go to training. Like my thing is, report to camp, insist on leaving, and if it gets to the point where you see that they're slowing things down, then put in a transfer request and forfeit whatever you have left in your contract. That shows how serious you are. Just do it the right way and leave. That way the fans will be like, he told you guys 3 months ago, he attended all the trainings, he was in preseason, he did everything he needed to do, and you guys still didn't get a replacement, and he even had to forgo 3 years of a contract for him to get the Liverpool move. It's hard to hate on him at that point, because again, the club will simply say, you are an asset to us, you have 3 years. You are obliged to go through with your 3-year contract, even if it means you play with the under 21. Like, what are we doing here? It's a business as well. I get what fans want, but the owners are saying, they wouldn't let him leave or whatever, but he needs to play his own part. You need to play your own part. That's the only part about it that I don't agree with how he's gone about it. But everything else, hey, I'm glad he's dragging out this way because I don't want him to go to Liverpool. That just strengthens Liverpool.
Yeah, I know you don't.
I don't want Liverpool to get any stronger, like honestly speaking. But it's not like I'm defending the club or anything. I just like, if he had done it that way, I can't even blame him right now. Right now, I can point fingers and laugh and be like, well, Isak went about it the wrong way because he's giving me an out. He's giving me an out to say that. I shouldn't even have an out to say that in the first place, At this stage, I think 6 more days to the window closes, he should put in the transfer request immediately. Go in today and say, okay, I forfeit my 3-year contract. Whatever you guys are meant to pay me, deduct it from what Liverpool will pay. How much are you setting my price at? Let your agents go let Liverpool know what the price is set at. Let them know exactly how much your 3-year is worth. Reduce that price. And if Liverpool really wants him, put down the exact amount that Newcastle is asking for. And let the saga be over.
I think that's where the issue lies, though. I was saying all this extra stuff. I blame this on Liverpool. I think the issue, the major stumbling block is the price point. I happen to believe it's 150, but whatever the price is, I don't think Liverpool are willing to meet the valuation that Newcastle have for him. Let's say it was 140. They paid a 140 as a Liverpool player, in my opinion. I don't think it's them waiting on replacements. I don't think it's any of this extra stuff. I think there's a difference in the valuation and how highly Newcastle value him, where Liverpool value him. But to me, he's worth the money. If they want 140 for Isak, pay it.
And it's not a replacement thing because as soon as they get that, they're just going to come in for Jackson.
Yeah, like all this. Yeah,
Like, you just speed up our business, if anything.
In the Premier League, where a teams, especially big clubs, waited for a team to sign a replacement to then go and get their star player. You don't do that. We just put the money down and you deal with that. We don't have to look out for the best interests of you.
The chat's saying it's 130, then even better. Go spend a 130.
Whether it's 130, 140, 150, whatever the price
just put the money down. If it's less money, then put it down.
Put the money, and that's where I think that's
all of our transfer activity is actually stalling because of you bastards. Just put the 130 down. Then Isak can get sorted. They go buy Jackson. We get Simmons and fucking Garnacho.
Yeah, that's
and then you sort your midfield out. You see, everything just flows.
I think that's it. I think at this stage, that's what both
stingy bastards.
Yeah, both Isak and Newcastle have a big. They both have their faults in this, but I think at this stage, Liverpool as well. You carry a little bit of a responsibility by promising at the very beginning. Liverpool said, "Oh," because I remember there were reports that said Liverpool said they said 120. Liverpool was talking in 120, but then when they put in an official bid, they put in 110, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, if I'm Newcastle, I'm like, what are you doing here? Like we talked verbally. It's flawless. You and I talk. I tell you, hey, bro, I'm gonna give you this stuff here for 50 mil, right?
Yeah.
So like 50 mil. You're like, oh, you're like 50 mil. All right, cool. Then I send you a check, and the check is 40 mil. You're like, Dayo, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
like you know. So the minute they did that, I knew exactly that Newcastle was going to turn around and make it difficult for them. You're going to either pay what we ask now by trying. This is what Arsenal did with Luis Suarez. $1. I mean, one pound.
40 pound and what? 40 million and £1.
40 million and one. Like, what are we doing here? It's embarrassing.
What in the FIFA career mode?
Yeah, like you can't do that with another club. It's a business too. And again, I think people have forgotten that Newcastle now have money. They now have a lot of money, and they've cleared out a lot of their issues. So again, they don't really need all this money that people think that they need.
I don't think the issue is the money though, because like every single journalist, every time he mentions it, he's like, Liverpool won't bid again. Here's my thing, right? Logically, there's a reason why Liverpool haven't made the second bid. Let's just be honest. There's a reason. What's that reason? Is the fact that they haven't received encouragement from Newcastle. What's encouragement from Newcastle? Newcastle buying the two strikers. Now, I actually agree with Flawless, because now I think that's what the situation is like now. I think within these next 24 hours, we will find exactly like what's going on. Like the solution will be there in the next 24 hours. Because at this point, Liverpool's like, we're not going to sit up here and wait for you to buy a replacement. Like, we ain't just going to sit on our ass, just wait, replacement. Like,
absolutely.
Just put the money on the table, go buy Isak, and that's it. And that's the thing for me. Like, look, people talk about the £110 million bid. It's completely normal in a negotiating process. Obviously, like, prime example, 3 or 4 Florian Wirtz bids got rejected before one got accepted. You know, like Luis Diaz, Liverpool wanted 100 million, we got 70, 75 million. Like, who cares? You get me? Like, you don't always get your valuation. The thing is, look, Liverpool will try to buy Isak now 120 million, 125, 130, blah, blah, blah. And I eventually think a bid will get accepted. The latest, I think one of the journalists put out today was it's going to be 120 plus 15 in add-ons. Now, the reason why add-ons is a smart way is because if we go like Liverpool win the Premier League, then us winning the Premier League gives us 80 million pounds. So we could use that money to give Newcastle their add-ons. You get what I'm saying? So, like, that's the thing for me. So, I think with this Isak situation, we're going to resolve it within the next 24 hours. Let me tell you why I feel positive.
Let me ask you a question.
Hear me out. Let me just say one thing.
Okay, go on.
The fact that he met with the Newcastle owner and he hasn't changed his mind,
his mind's not going to change, though. Yeah, his mind's not going to change.
Yeah, but the fact that the Newcastle owner
his mind will change if Newcastle don't sell him by deadline day.
Yeah, that's the problem.
The problem from Newcastle's perspective,
straight back to training in a few weeks.
The problem from Newcastle's perspective is you don't get. Hear me out. We're talking about 120 plus 15 in add-ons, right? If they keep him till January, that's 100. If they keep him till the summer, now it's 90. Like, his price tag will go down. If you're a Newcastle, like
Newcastle back into the Champions League for another year, it's kind of worth it.
And also it's World Cup year, so if he's there, he's going to play. It's in the best interest of everyone if Isak's still at Newcastle for him to play. It's in the best interest of Isak because it's a World Cup year, number one. Number two, he wants to keep his value high as well. And for Liverpool or maybe other clubs to join him. And then he is super important. He is key to what Newcastle do this season in regards to Europe, whether that's Champions League, Europa League, or Conference League, and maybe trying to go and win another trophy, retain the Carabao Cup, win the FA Cup as well. They are also in Europe, how far they get in European competition as well. But I think the Newcastle statement that they put out pretty much cleared up what the issues was when obviously Isak put out his statement and then Newcastle responded in less than 24 hours. And what was key for me is when they spoke about the conditions being met, and they said we do not foresee those conditions being met in the future. To me, that makes it clear it's money, because there's no way I think Newcastle think they're not going to get a replacement. So the fact that they said that, the only thing it can be to me is money. There's no other condition in this scenario that I think Newcastle don't believe can be met, unless Newcastle genuinely believe they can't sign a replacement, which I think is. I don't think that's to be true. I wouldn't think that was true, but we are going to find out because it's getting close.
Do you guys think Isak, with being unhappy though, would perform at that level?
Eventually, yes, because again, for the reasons I spoke about, it's in his best interest. Harry Kane did this. He was on the golf course with Gary Neville, soaked for 2 months, and then eventually hit back into form. Because like one, he has to keep his price high, has to keep his value high number. Liverpool still want to be interested. Maybe other clubs come in for him, and just as important, World Cup year. You ain't getting
I think he'd get selected for Sweden anyway. He just got selected in the Sweden squad like this week. He got selected.
But that's off of now. Let him go get 5 goals in 38 games.
Guys, we all know Sweden ain't like this ain't like the days of Olof Mellberg and shit. Like Sweden are dead now.
Let Gyökeres have a great season. You run that risk then. Yeah, Gyökeres have a great season and you've got 5 in 35. All right, cool. Yeah, you run that risk.
How about as a Newcastle just do both loan and obligations for Isak and Jackson?
Nah, for scratch all that. World Cup, man. And like I said, keeping his value high, not just for Liverpool, but there could be other clubs interested in him in the summer. Taking a season off as a player can be detrimental. Super. You might not recover from that. And I rate Isak highly. I think he's quality. But, all right. Cool. You want to go into a World Cup on bad form, yeah? Bet.
If Liverpool want to be stingy, bring him to the bridge. No.
He's about 5 years older than the age you like to buy, Lewis.
I will do loan with obligation, man. I'll be all right.
Look how rattled you are by the whole loan with obligation thing. You're just so annoyed at it. Why are you so annoyed that people
all
loaning?
we're getting, so we might as well start like offering that as well. Join the club. You got an unhappy player, we got an unhappy player. You need a striker, we can do with another one. Fuck it. Pull up. All of that.
Yes.
Up the Chelsea.
Yes. What was Souls doing on Saturday? What did I miss?
Yo, like, what? I'll send you the clip, man. He just got so giddy off that Leeds game. He's talking about how Sam needs to like watch out on Sunday. Gyökeres is gonna kill Liverpool. All of that shit.
Love it, man.
It's insane. I just saved it.
Shout out Souls, man. We need that, man. You need that type of gas, man, at the start of the season. Shout out to Souls, man.
Look, if it's about the game, this is one of the first times that I'm not panicking.
Gyökeres will slap Van Dijk.
No, this is one of the times that I'm not panicking, even though we have Saka out.
Dayo, trust me, before you say anything, you have not heard what Sol said.
I heard it. I watched it.
Did he say anything about winning the league? Did he say anything about that?
Oh, yeah.
No, it was about smoking Liverpool at Anfield.
Yeah, and what else did he say? What did he say about the league? What did he say?
He thinks he's going to win the league. You know this already.
Okay, all right, that's good. I'm just glad he said
that's Sol's, isn't it?
Hossam, let me tell you something. When I look at last season, again, and this is how I kind of break it down for myself, maybe for me to understand it, people might call it whatever it is. But last season, we only lost the same amount of games that you lost. You know that. You lost 4 games. Arsenal lost 4 games. We drew 14 games. You drew 9 games. But Lewis, look at this. In those 14 games that we drew, 6 of them we played with 10 men. And we came from we lost from a winning position in 6 of them. Which means that if we had 11 men on the pitch, and assuming we won those 6 games, we would have only drawn 8 games, which means we win the league last season. The difference in what happened between us and you is you guys were flying. You had everybody injury-free, no excuses, and you outplayed us. You outplayed everybody, and you deserve to win the league. So this season, when I look at it, I'm like, the squad depth for me is a good thing. We now have a striker. In those 6 games that we played with 10 men, if we had a striker in some of those games, we created chances that we could not put away. You know, so many chances that we couldn't put away. Bukayo Saka, by the time he got injured last season in December, when he got his injury, had created the most big chances. And then by the time he came back, he was second person who's created the most big chances after 3 months, just behind Mo Salah. So for me, I just think that the fine lines are where the issues are. And if we have people to kind of at least step in and do a job. So again, going to Anfield, you know, getting a 0-0 draw, keeping a clean sheet, for me, would be good. Winning by 1-0 and leaving there would be amazing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for me, that's like, there's certain games you want to play. You don't need those draws this season. You don't. You just don't need it. You need to keep 11 men on the pitch. And even now that we have injuries on the squad, I'm like, hey, I don't feel anyway. Noni can do a job on the right-hand side. You know, Eze can do a job on the left-hand side. Gyökeres down the middle. And in midfield, I'll play Declan Rice. I'll play.
Even then, you don't want you can't win a league of players with too many players that are only just going to do a job.
No. What I mean by that is I'm saying, like, in a case like this where you now have an injury, because you'll always have your first 11, right? Fair enough. Yeah. But if there's key injuries there, like last season, we were playing Merino as a number 9, like that. Gabriel Jesus was injured. Havertz got injured.
No, but Moreno was looking like a better 9 than all your 9s.
I'm not saying he wasn't, but this is where you have to give kudos to the manager for finding a solution after your 2 number 9s were injured, is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, he found the solution. So for me, the key thing this season is stop finding solutions, have the solutions ready. Have something ready to go in there.
I look at you guys. I think Gyökeres is better than the forwards you have, but I still don't really know how good he's going to be in the league this season just yet. Because I still have my reservations of whether he can bring the same Gyökeres from Portugal. I know he had a good game against Leeds. I kind of expected him to. But it's about how he performs against like the mid-table to top-tier Premier League teams. And we still need to see that one. Your left wingers, don't really rate your left wingers. And Eze is more primarily a 10. Well, I think you've improved your depth on that regard. Like your midfield speaks for itself. But left wing ain't really great. Slight question marks up top. So I still think he'll bag goals for you, but it's to what extent? And honestly, it's just a mentality thing for me with Arsenal as well. I think those are my only real question marks with you for this season.
Again, if it's a mentality thing, then the Manchester United game speaks to the mentality that you go to Old Trafford, you play like crap, but you find a way to win 3 points and get out of there. That's what you do.
No, over a season though, like in a one-off game, especially Big 6 games, like I wouldn't be too shocked. Your record speaks for itself in Big 6 matches.
Well, fair enough. If you're saying as regards to Gyökeres, I mean, I'll say this again. I've seen Haaland not touch a ball for 15 minutes, but when he touches it, puts it in the back of the net. Well, Gyökeres didn't really do super so much in the game against Leeds. It wasn't like he was everywhere doing everything. But the one time they played something to his strength, we saw it happen. He said, hey, this is my strength. You play me in this position, I will make it happen. I haven't seen an Arsenal player.
Good goal, horrid defending. I think like both sides.
But again, that's what causes the horrid defending. When the player runs at you like that and cuts in, you're like, oh my God, what do we do? He's in the box. Do I touch him?
But to me, it's like he cut in so slow and they really couldn't even like try and get in the way of that.
Again, he's a very
leads in it. That shit.
Again, he's a very strong player because you've seen where people try to shove him off the ball. But once he's in the box, defenders don't want to touch you. And if you can make it into the box, whether slowly or fast, as long as you're in that box, it becomes hard for people to touch you. So again,
I hear it, but then defenders just aren't good enough. I think more elite defenders would be able to handle that situation.
We'll see. We'll see against Liverpool.
Yeah, time will tell, innit? Time will tell. It's still too early to make any sweeping statements on.
Van Dijk is the best. It is the best centre back. I don't want to hear anybody telling me Saliba and Gabriel, yes, best duo together. Saliba will get there, but if you're saying centre back, Van Dijk is. So this weekend, right, will tell me how good he is against the top and the best centre back in the world right now. You know, so again, if he's going up against Van Dijk,
I remember having the same gas about Lukaku, and then we went to Anfield and like, yeah, he's finally going to turn up against the big team, shut the rivals up, clamped. He did nothing.
I remember that 1-1 as well.
Yeah, I mean,
bro, that was horrid going forward. And then we went down to 10 at halftime.
But again, what I like about Gyökeres in the team is that when defenders then go after Gyökeres because they feel
is Saka fit, by the way?
Saka will be back in probably after the international break. Saka is like
Odegaard.
Odegaard, same thing, international break. I think Odegaard might be ready before international break. He might play for his country because there was a shoulder injury for Odegaard. So he might definitely play for his country. But Saka, I think Saka will be back after international break. They said there's nothing to panic about. Nothing that's going to be too long.
Okay.
So
let me just get through these so I can we can talk about United and I'm gonna wrap up. I saw 11 plus added time. I knew Liverpool wins. Hey, Rio came on.
7 minutes.
Let's go. He cooked. Important note: day 44.
World champions, bruv.
World champions.
Thank you, JC. I hope we get Ajax, man. We need to link up. My G.
PSG, you got blood on your hands. Arsenal's midfield isn't as physical as last season. Maybe physicality, yeah.
There's
there's a few questions on Supermendy.
No. But there's a mix of physicality and
my enemy
and technicality in the Arsenal midfield. It's just how you mix them.
Oh, we're gonna get booed to death at Anfield. I just clocked.
Check it out. What's up? Norgard can be.
The guy that I was speaking about earlier recognized me from fucking Supermendy, bro. You cannot write this. He actually showed me the Zubimendi clip. He was like, Zubimendi? I'm like, yes. People need to remove Liverpool from Isak's frustrations. What have they had going on for over a year is dark. That's all Isak in Newcastle. He hates them. That was the thing for me. Like the fact that the guy comes in like to meet the owner and he's still saying, I'm trying to leave. I want to leave. I want to leave. I want to leave. Listen, we'd see these next 24 hours going to be pivotal.
He should put in a transfer request. Simple. Just go in there and just do it. Hey, here it is. Take my 3 years wages. I want out of here. Done.
Spurs bid for Isak. Arsenal will buy him instead. There you are.
I hear what they're saying though. Do everything in your power to everything in your power to get out if you want out that bad. I agree.
What is that?
You don't want to give up his bonuses.
There you go.
I always trusted Hussam. He tells me Isak is coming this Friday, the next Friday, Friday after next. Am I a joke to you? Send him another 15 million. Habibi, Craig Hope himself told you if Sesko became a Newcastle player, we would have signed Isak. The problem is they bottle every signing, bro. What can we do? Like this ain't nothing on me. You know, it is what it is. First time I'm not scared. Begging it for a draw is what Fonzie is saying. Yeah, draw is a possibility. Hussam, don't mind most Arsenal fans. Sensible fans know winning managers like yours double down on winning even more than the more those Arsenal fans pipe up. Listen, Liverpool are looking shaky right now at the back, but one thing we do is score goals. We've been scoring a lot of goals over these last 3 games. We're going to come up against that Arsenal backline and test it like it hasn't been tested yet. Like this is going to be the biggest test for them. So we'll see. They have a very good backline, but we'll see what happens. And actually, speaking of chat, you guys know after today's surprise with A-listers with Flawless, Jay bottled it by the way, but he's going to be here inshallah next Monday. Dayo is now the Arsenal rep. I just want to tell you guys this Thursday, 11 p.m. UK time, inshallah, there's going to be a massive Liverpool Arsenal preview. Massive Arsenal content creators, massive Liverpool content creators. And when I say massive, I mean massive. So look forward to it, mate. Let's go. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. We're just 20 likes away from 500 likes. Let's get there. We still have over 1,200 people watching us. Just final topic of the day. It wouldn't be Flawless's debut on this show without us talking about his institution.
We have to, man.
You
can just replay what I said.
I won't be too long. 10 minutes, just 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I watched a little bit of Flawless on Rance's show, and Flawless like hates Man United. Like he actually hates his own club. Yeah,
Flawless is the only Manchester United that I
wouldn't blame them out of trauma they put him through, bro. I've said it before spare times. I've known him for 5 years on YouTube. I only see him smile at Carney or when we go out.
You know what I said? I actually said I think I streamed with you once, right? We both been on just once. We streamed once, and after the conversations that we had and the things you said about Manchester United, and I went back and looked, I said, "This is the only person that is a genuine Manchester United fan that wants this club to do well." And his methods, your methods, though, Flawless. If they implement it, it's a harsh way to fix the club, but it is the only way.
Yeah. Because we're dealing with it. It's because we're dealing with elite level sport. There's no, like you were talking about Isak and him wanting out and doing everything in your. That's not nice.
Yeah,
handing in the transfer request, being at odds with the board, but it's elite level sport. How bad do you want to move to Liverpool and in the United instance? How badly do the owners want to be great? And my honest answer to that is not very much. They don't want to win at all costs, in my opinion, because they don't make the decisions they've made from the beginning all the way up until now. And that transpires to the manager, and then the manager's decisions transpire to the players, and the players' poor decision making on the pitch. And that's just what it is. And the fact that people, obviously, I'm fortunate enough, I haven't seen the Fulham game, thankfully. I'm so glad we played on the Sunday because I didn't want to watch. And I'm so happy that it was Sunday. Actually, was like, I don't want to watch it Saturday. I was genuinely like Sunday. Genuinely happy I didn't have to watch it. I was like, please be Sunday or Monday. And thankfully, we was. And now people are having big up to Vator every single time. How you saying, Vator? You good, fam?
Oh, God.
You're mute, fam.
Thank God.
Yo.
Vator,
Good, yeah?
Vator.
Blessings, Vator, man. Every single time. Big up. So, yeah. And then, what is it? And now we've had these two results, the performance against Arsenal performance and result against Fulham. And now people are surprised that, training and preseason didn't fix everything. Like, all right, but it's mostly the same players with the same manager.
The funny thing, you're against Arsenal, though, you guys, you did look very good. Let's against Arsenal, you did look good. I mean,
I just think we were less shit than you. That's all. I don't think we were good.
I think
I think you lot were just awful, and it caught everybody by surprise. Because here's the thing, Dayo, because the bar's in hell for us. When it's raised up a little bit, it seems like it's a lot. That's why. Because from what I'm hearing about the Fulham game it's the same old. I didn't watch. Ask my mum. I said, Mum, how was the Fulham game? Same as last season, she told me. Same as last season. Nothing new. We played well for 10, 15 minutes, and that was it. And that seems to be the general consensus of what I'm getting. But my issue is why are people shocked by this? People were expecting us to be vastly different. Why? I kept asking this question all summer long. Why?
Maybe because you brought in players with better quality, and sometimes you expect that those players themselves individually can get up and do something for the school. So you expect that to actually just get the level higher a little bit. Maybe because that's what I looked at. I was like, look, I don't know why he didn't play Sesko. I don't know why.
Because he's not very smart, Dayo. That's why.
I'm wondering why you didn't play a front three of Cunha, Mbeumo, and Sesko.
Because he's not very smart, Dayo. That's why.
Ahmad at your wing back. Let him be the one coming up high and crossing the ball into Sesko. Sesko scores with headers. He's a tall guy. He's good.
So what you're saying is we should get the ball out wide and cross it to the guy who's 6'5". Yeah, that's what you're telling me. It's kind of common sense. Yeah, it's really simple.
Start with something. I mean,
exactly. I'm in agreement with you. But our manager can't figure that out. Is cross it to the guy who's 6'5".
Because I don't get why he didn't start him.
You want to know? I just want to say something just quickly. I was looking at this because I knew Flawless was miserable coming into this. But here's the good thing for him. They play Burnley this Sunday. Burnley football.
There's no guarantee we beat Burnley.
That's what I was about to say. If you don't beat Burnley, surely they sack him the game.
Because again, the people that run my football team are not very bright.
Chelsea at home.
We've
done this before, Hassan, bro.
I'm telling you, it's international break after the Burnley game. And if we don't win that game, all the conversation is going to be about should we sack him? And they're not going to, because they had the exact same opportunity with Ten Hag 3 times. They had 3 international breaks to sack that man and didn't. And it's going to happen again. This is just on repeat. We are going into
do it before match day 5. Put in the back.
Now we probably won't do maybe after City, but we are in a cycle here. We are going into a season with another manager who shouldn't be in charge because again they make the same mistakes. When people you can trust stupid people to be stupid. Same way you trust a hoe to be a hoe. Trust stupid people to be stupid. When you make bad decisions, you're going to make more bad decisions, which is a domino effect. Which we've seen. How are we 2 seasons in a row going into a season with a manager who should not be there? I seen certain saying, he has the worst win rate at Manchester United since 1931. So that's
no, forget that. He's got worse win rates than Villas Boas, Tim Sherwood, who else? Tony Mowbray, I think that was his name, the one who was at West Brom.
Mowbray, West Brom. Yeah, Tony Mowbray.
There's another one. We went through with rants earlier. I did the 1 o'clock stream with him. The list of managers with better win rates than him is ridiculous.
Lewis, give him time and trust the process, man. You're gonna turn it around and get it right.
I saw you've got one open.
You laugh. Yeah, you fucking joke, man.
What about this? 1 open play goal at Old Trafford in the league in 2025, I think.
Oh, that's a new one. I didn't know that. It's a new one.
Like all the stuff I was seeing was nuts. Like, this is big Man United,
You-
and then
you
there were
be
man
like-
in random chat saying you being negative.
Look, we
Like,
stream
what?
a lot, and you know this. And people try to criticize me for this. And now the Fulham game, now everyone's quiet now. Everyone's quiet now. Bear in mind, I ain't streamed much, but like even after the Arsenal game.
Also, by the way, that turnaround is insane.
Which
A whole
turnaround?
one match day it took for vindication. That is the quickest turnaround I've ever seen.
But Lads had won that. They'd be here telling me I'm wrong right now. There'd be hella super chats, so Sam couldn't even keep up. If we had won that 4-0 and looked phenomenal. People told me about Ineos. People told me, hey, Ineos are the guys. Why don't you rate Ineos? And don't forget all the diagrams that was on social media. You know, the trees. CEO, COO, I was saying technical director, best in class, all this shit. All right, bet. Did a deal with the Glazers. What are we talking about here? Comments, you did a deal with the main ops and think I'm going to like you. All right, sure. How's that work out? They won what's best for Manchester United.
Tony Mowbray, 27.6. Owen Coyle, 34.5. Benitez, 48. Villas-Boas, 48. Nigel Adkins, 31. Tim Sherwood, 44.8. Steve Bruce, 27.6. All of them, man.
Exactly. Nowhere else could you have a 24% success rate and keep your job.
But this is Man United. I grew up with this club being like the epitome of standards.
Yo, for some of you, are you just gonna smile or you got a question? Or can we end the
No,
show?
he's just the way he said this is Man United. It just seems like every single Gary Neville speech on Sky Sport, like it's just this is Man United. Him and Roy Keane.
I just remember when I was a little youth and everything. It's like you look at Man United, you're like, damn. They're just winning everything. All they know is winning and winning. It's like, okay, now Man United fans are defending
But
this.
now we got a manager saying we ain't ready to compete in Europe, and you got our captain blaming the referee.
Oh, you got your Potter realities mid-table.
Yeah. And we got our captain. We got our captain who said he missed the penalty because the referee bumped into him and didn't apologize.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that's what.
Yes.
Bruno
He
said.
said he missed the the referee didn't say sorry to me, so that's why I missed my penalty.
Oh fuck!
Not even accountability for missing a penalty. Not even there's no accountability.
I played to you, man. I thought 2023 Chelsea couldn't be topped.
No accountability whatsoever. You know what makes this worse, Lewis? This is not no surprise or shock to me. Like, man, seeing it like, yo, this is gonna. That's why I don't get the crash outs now. People genuinely thought that preseason and bringing in players. But if we would have brought in
also,
5 or 6
just to add,
players,
Jesse March 27.6, Scott Parker 24.1.
if we would have changed half the team, I'd understand it. We only added 2 players. Added 2 players. So
you've
where are we gonna have
your
this
team.
improvement?
You've actually improved your squad.
We improved our team and we've gone backwards already.
And from what I heard, you're playing Mount up top.
Yeah, Mount. Because he played well against Arsenal. Remember that.
Oh, brother.
Played well against Arsenal, man. All that off
At
the ball.
least with Arsenal, the game plan was to defend. Like, that ain't going to be the
You know what Mount is, right, Lewis? He just replaced Mount for Garnacho. Just take off the one, make him a little taller in English. It's the same thing. Mount and Garnacho do the same thing. Both out there running around, see ball, chase ball, kick ball, and with no goals and assists. What's the difference?
Oh, fuck.
Mount's
Yo,
slightly
Sam,
more
can we get to super chats? Oh, Garnacho. Sorry, bro. I heard that. I was like, fuck that.
The thing is, you want to know something?
You told me he's Mount.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even think Mount has been that bad in the first 2 games. I think Bruno's been way worse. Like, Bruno's been like even deader than the ones like even the like I don't rate him, and I still think he was shit. Imagine Bruno.
That's Bruno performance for you. But all that was missing was the goal and assist.
So bad. Like he's worse than what I even rate him at.
Yeah, because he's out. Because the managers made him even worse. Because one thing I'll give, whether you rate Bruno or not, he's a final third player. Goals and assists is his thing. So you're like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this player whose main assets are goals and assists and move him further away from the goal, which also exposes his weaknesses because he's not the central midfielder. And people wonder, hey, Flawless, why are you not happy with what you see? Why can't we do this? Why can't we finish top 4, top 5, top 6? Are we watching the same thing?
Yeah, they need to keep it simple. That's what most people don't realize. If you keep it simple,
I was defending Amorim, but listen, here's the thing. I watch Sarcasm City TV. I'm a subscriber. Subscribe chat. I'm a subscriber.
Appreciate.
I watch Flawless talk about the issues. And sometimes I'm sit back and I go like, okay, maybe the issues isn't just the Amorim thing. But these last 2 games, I've been taking a step back and going like, okay, now you've got all the players you need to do your whole system thing. You got everything that you need, all the players, you got your front 3, you got the pivot, blah, blah, blah. Like, I get Baleba didn't happen, but not everyone has all the ingredients. Like, you're going to have to make do because it's 1 game a week as well. I watched them against Arsenal. I'm like, okay, they performed well against Arsenal. Bad result, but performance, they were the better team in my opinion. And even Dayo came on A-listers last week and he was like, Man United should have won 3-0. Like even Arsenal fans were saying Man United played better.
If we had a manager who didn't set up for a draw, we probably would have got something from the game.
Yeah, then I watched the Fulham game and I'm like, maybe the manager is the problem.
Because we did it like he's the biggest. As much as we have issues personnel-wise, and there's certain players I detest in my side from a quality standpoint, the manager's the biggest issue. He set up to draw against Arsenal. I kept saying this. Look at the 10 outfield players he put in look at the 10 outfield players in the lineup against Arsenal. Take out Embremo and Cunha. Where are your goals and assists coming from? Where? You've got 3 centre-backs out there. You've got 2 full-backs out there. So you can eliminate those 5. Bruno's playing central midfield. Casemiro's not creative and doesn't get goals and assists. And for Mount, where to Kaneki, GNA stands for games and appearances. Where are your goals and assists coming from? You've got 2 players, 2.5, because you can add Bruno because he's playing central midfield against Arsenal, whose strongest asset is defense. If Arsenal's strongest asset was attack, I'd understand being a little bit more defensive. When I seen that team, I had to check to make sure Arsenal didn't have Cole, Perez, and Henry back. I was like, what's going on? Why is he gone so defensive? Is this game being played at Emirates? I thought it was at our place. And then on top of that, you make more defensive substitutions during the game. And then the Fulham game, we're chasing the game, or we're chasing, and you bring on 4 defensive players. He brought on Heaven, he brought on Maguire, he brought on Dalot, and he brought on Agate. So you have no intention, man. Scared to lose. Can't be scared to lose out here. You have Manchester United Football Club, and you scared to lose. All right, and people still gonna back this. As if we do beat Burnley, people gonna hype up. Be like, see, look, it's working, blah, 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 did the dare and all.
Okay, does it matter how you beat Burnley?
Of course it matters, yes.
So let's say you slap Burnley 5-0 dominant.
Good, we should. They're a championship side, so we should do that to them.
No, but I'm saying if you do that, like how you do it matters.
Yeah, of course. Performance.
I agree with you if you win like 1, like remember how you beat Southampton last season?
Yeah, exactly that. How it was poor.
If that happens, I wouldn't hype it up. But if you slap them like 4-5-0, then fairs.
Cool. But me or you don't believe that's gonna happen.
You know I do watch. You know I do watch alongs. Let me just prove Flawless's point. I do watch alongs, right? So I was looking at the schedule. I'm like, Chelsea Fulham. Okay, let me tell Val, Chelsea Fulham, let's go. And then I go the game after. I'm like, Spurs play Bournemouth, and then United play Burnley. I low-key think it's more likely that Burnley gets something against Bournemouth. Burnley gets something against United than Bournemouth gets something against Spurs right now.
Bro, you're more like masterclass. Let's go.
I'm low-key more likely gonna do Burnley versus United just because in the case that like Burnley wins.
Yeah, it's not out of the. Do I think Manchester United beat Burnley? Yes. Is it out of the realms of possibility that Burnley got a result? No. If someone tells me I think Burnley got a draw, I'll go. I understand why you would say that. Like it
you need a new manager. There is no solution.
But we needed a new manager by the back end of last season. But these lot upstairs said, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna keep this guy." All right, bet.
Flawless. If you had to pick a manager right now to replace him, who would you pick? Who do you think can actually come in right now and maybe stare over the next season, just stare United back?
Because of if it was right now, that opens it up more. But I don't think they'll sack him right now. But I've been saying go get interim during the window. I mean during the season. Sorry, go get interim during the. But if it was right now, probably Glasgow. He's probably top of the list, to be honest.
Okay.
Because that's another thing people talk about the system all the time. I watch Chelsea Palace. Palace play the exact same system we do, and they don't look like us. They play the exact same. They play a back 3 with 2 wing backs, 2 central midfielders, 2 10s, and a striker. So all this nonsense about 2 in midfield don't work. Well, it works for Palace.
Makes sense. True.
So why does it not? Because again, it's not the system; it's how it's utilized,
It's how it's implemented,
executed. Yes, which
how
I
it's-
always think any system in football can work. There's not a system.
Imagine if I give Glas. What do you take Glasner?
Yeah, Glasner's he'd probably be top of the list as of now.
Bro, I think Glasner is so underrated now. I think you give Glasner, Mbuemo, Cunha, and Sesko, he would cook compared to
But I don't trust if he can. I don't know. People get to Manchester United and turns chopid. I don't know if he plays them. Man could come in and play Bruno or play Mount or Maguire. That's why I want these guys gone. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Like managers come here and just completely just lose their ish. I don't know what it is. So
if you don't beat Burnley like convincingly, it's done. Khalas. Like
it's done anyway, but they ain't gonna sack.
Why not the thing, Hussam?
I'm trying to give you hope. I'm trying.
I don't deal with hope, man. I don't deal with hope.
I'm trying. At least I'm trying. As your brother, I'm trying.
I hear you on the convincing, but the position that United are in right now, what they just need to do is be able to just start getting wins, at least 5 wins back to back, to give them that confidence. Like there's the bottom of the barrel and there's underneath
5 wins. You know they haven't won 2 in a row.
Whoa! We haven't won 2 wins. We haven't won 2 games in a row, man.
They haven't won 2 games in a row. What are you talking about? 5 wins.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that that's the kind of thing that they genuinely need to even be able to start talking about, oh, now let's go smash a team like Burnley 5-0 or 4-0. Like before you even think about going to smash a Burnley, do you understand? Just get a win. Next game, get a win. Next game, somehow, fluke a win, steal a win, stink a win, do whatever, but make sure that you just get wins to give you that, okay, we've gotten a few wins, maybe 1 draw back to back, like we've won 3 wins, 1 draw. Now you're playing maybe like a Leeds. You're like, all right, I'm confident that we can go in there as players now, just try to smash that Leeds. But you go and try and smash Burnley and you go and they hit you on the counter twice and beat you 2-1 because you're not able to, your confidence is down and you're not able to smash them. That would be horrible. So they need a certain level of just, consistent wins to give them that confidence back. I think a lot of the players, you can see it, like players like Ahmad that are put on the bench and brought in after, players like Mainu, who hasn't had enough minutes this season, and like he's fit, he's good. Like, why are you not playing these guys? You're playing Casemiro instead. If you play the Kobe Mainu and what's his name, their captain. If you played Mainu and him, Bruno. Like, even if I was going to play that whole thing, I would not put Casemiro on the pitch. I'd play Ugarte, I'd play Mainu, and I would play Bruno. No, let me say Ugarte.
Mainu straight up getting disrespected, by the way. No one's addressing
Ugate's in poor form right now.
I know, but what I'm saying, what I'm saying that Ugarte and Casemiro, Ugarte is still young, has more legs. Everybody's in poor form, but Casemiro is older again.
Who's in good form? Who's in good form for Manchester United?
Because that's what I would play that in.
Okay, can I give you an honest answer? Cunha.
Cool. Who just got here, so he's got that new car smell because he's just got here. That's why. What we doing here? Like, let's just be honest. If we're gonna have the same way I'll be super honest when it comes to talking about rivals, I do it for my own club. I don't show no bias.
Yoro's been good.
Yeah, Yoro has been. I give you that. Yoro has been very good.
Yeah,
Yoro has been.
Yoro's been good.
And that's just because of just his quality. It's nothing to do with the manager. It's his quality. 1 out of 25.
And I think that's what most people were kind of thinking. Like you got in players like Yoro in, players like Cunha in, players like Mbuemo in, and that even if the manager is that crap, there's got to be a level of ownership from the player at the time. Sometimes, like, listen, like I'm here, I'm playing for this badge. It's Manchester United. I need to step up. And you can see it from like those 3 that we just mentioned now. The lead has not been horrible for you guys. Let's be honest.
He's been good.
He's been good. I mean, I've watched your games and I can say even from last season to this season, I think he's gone to a slight level. I can see his confidence.
Yeah, Dilit's a good player. Yeah, no dispute about that. I rate Dilit.
Yeah. So again, the system, why it's not working is confusing because that's 4 key players you've mentioned in your squad right now that can actually make a difference.
Yes.
But for some reason, the system just is not allowing
the manager. You're right, Dayo. We've added talent and gone backwards.
Yeah, just
added better players because I agree. That's one thing Ineos have got right. I actually like the windows we've had. This window so far, January window, the previous summer. The 3 windows they've had, that's the one thing I credit Ineos for when it comes to bringing in players. They've pretty much got that spot on. I don't really have an issue with 2. Like, it's literally Agate, Sesko is a question mark. That's like 2 out of like 11. That's a fantastic return, in my opinion.
And even Sesko, like if
Sesko remains to be seen, but you're adding talent and going backwards. That's where my issue lies. So you're adding better players, and the results have gotten worse. So clearly, it's the manager.
So it's either the manager is adding better players that do not suit the system he wants to play, instead of playing to the strength of the players. Because again, Mbeumo, if you're telling what's his name on the right hand side, Ahmad, to actually be the one holding that with, that's what Mbeumo does a lot of times when he was. So now Mbeumo and Ahmad are literally clashing in, and they both do the exact cutting in on the left.
Even someone like Mbeumo looks like ass now. That's
because dude. Did you see Mbeumo in the last game?
Vator, do you have to gaslight every time?
Vator, did you see him?
I think you're going too far. I think
I said he looks like it now. I didn't say he is that. Because of like the manager, I think. Listen, I'll be honest with you. Unless like United slap Burnley, they just need to put the Amorim in the bag. Let me just grab these before wrapping up. Tom Little masterclass. Pump faked United fans into buying that butt cheeks 3-4-3 system. Deep it. United probably have the best right wing depth in the league. Yet one is right wing back and the other is a right 10. Amorim is too stubborn, is what Nags game is saying. Who's your right wing depth? Mbeumo, Diallo.
Yeah, he's saying that's what he's saying. Those two as the right wing depth is great. Crazy.
Yeah, that's
and there are your 2 options out there.
Because some people have better starter than Mbeumo, but not better backup than Diallo, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what he's saying.
As a package. Yeah. Because for us, our backup right wing would be who? Like Harvey Elliott? That's why.
Harvey Elliott? I would say so.
Yeah.
Harvey Elliott.
Yeah. Saka Madueke? Nah, I would still say Diallo is a lot better.
Who's on the right for you, like Vator? Who is it?
Saka and Madueke.
No, for Vator. Who is it for you? Like Cherky and who? Is it Cherky and
Cherky and Oscar Bob?
That's good. I can't lie.
Oh, that's good still.
That's a good duo.
Oscar Bob is
that could be the best. No, but then Cherky is like worse than the starters, though.
Yeah.
So then we're waiting to see
Oscar Bob is the only one who is probably better than Diallo.
Cherky's
or at least at that level. But then you got. Would I rather have Cherky or Mbeumo? As of like today, you would have to say Mbeumo. Still,
but I think Cherky is we're gonna find out about like is this season type thing.
Would you rather have
I rate him though. What you say?
I said, would you rather have Mbeumo or Saka?
Saka's better than Mbeumo.
I'm asking Hussam too now. Hussam.
Oh, see.
Yeah, no, I know the answer. Hussam. So when Salah leaves, no, I know you said.
Oh, when Salah leaves, the perfect replacement is Saka. Make no mistake.
Okay, are you guys gonna...
I've said this 100 million times. Why is this a shock? The problem is the way your manager is playing.
The name of Esteval by force.
Hussam, I'm saying
in the next 3 years, by the way your manager is playing him, in the next 3 years, he might be finished. He might be on the Michael Owen thing.
Hussam, listen to what I'm saying. We now have backup. Don't worry about that. The manager playing him. If you want him, I'll sell him to you for 175 million pounds. Plus
if you want another Salah prototype, feel free to negotiate and hijack our United deal. You know?
But United, man, I just don't understand why that system is not working with the quality of players that you have. Because some of these players, when you actually think about them in isolation, like Ahmad will destroy. I've seen Ahmad destroy defenders, and I've seen the quality that he has. So in isolation, you're like, why are you playing him wing back? If you want to change the time, just play him right wing and then play Mbeumo as an attacking right. Let Mbeumo play that. Let Cunha play attacking left, and then play Dorgu on left wing. Dorgu is dangerous the way he runs. I've seen,
It was rejected 55 million offer for Strand Larson from Newcastle. Just
crazy.
then.
But yeah.
Nah, you're right, Dale. Well, you're making too much sense, man. There's too much logic. We don't do that around here.
Because
flawless. When I saw that 29 games, 28 points, blew my mind. Still throwing Maguire on to score goals and fans say give him time.
But what's crazy is all of these things were things before the season started, but yet people were optimistic. All of these stats were here.
It's crazy.
If it was 29, so before this, it was 27 games and 27 points. Because you take off 2 games and the point we got against Arsenal. So
Maguire did have a chance.
Before the season started, it was 27 games and 27 points. But now people are losing their minds because it's 29 games and 28 points. What's the difference?
Yeah, I hear you.
Someone tell me, please. I'd love to know why it's so dramatic, the 2 games more now. And the point.
Would you take Xavi? We should sack Amorim and bring Xavi to play for.
I don't know about Xavi. I'm not sure.
I really like Xavi, you know.
I don't know. I'm unsure. I'm not
actually. You want to know who would do really well under Xavi? All your like forwards, because he's the one that brought Yamal through. He's the one that brought Fermin Lopez through. Like,
you know what?
Every single youngster at Barca, he actually gave him the nod. Like he would give Diallo minutes. Everyone, like he would cook with.
I just really didn't watch Barcelona when he's there, so I'm not too tapped into actually how he did.
They were good.
And actually, one thing I'll tell you about Xavi, and people in the chat will tell you, he isn't stubborn. Like he ain't on that. Like it must be my way or no other way. Like he's very flexible. He changes his tactics. He's. I low key rate Xavi so highly. Honestly, I think Barcelona actually let him down. But at least United are doing unbelievable things in a bad way. What's Flawless on about? United attacked us all game. In the Arsenal game, yes, but then the Fulham game.
Yeah, we created so many clear-cut chances.
No, you struck the bar in the Arsenal game.
No, we hit the post, and then did nothing else after that. Raya was calm.
But I'll tell you this:
we created no clear-cut chances in the game.
Flawless. For you as a United fan, saying Raya was calm. Me as an Arsenal fan, I literally, you see the top of my head one bald, yeah? I removed some of the hair in between the game. Like, what are these guys doing? This is how I.
Yes, because that's with Dayo, because you was playing bad. Because I've had this conversation.
This is how I was.
Yes, I hear that. I've had this conversation with people, and no one can't tell me, okay, so we attacked well. What? Tell me the clear-cut chances we created.
I just know that we could lose that.
Not to you, Dayo. I'm saying to people who think we attacked well, because if you attack well, you have to create clear-cut chances and they'll score goals.
Here's the thing that I will say though. It did look like a game that Arsenal could lose from the winning position again, just like how we were last season. That game against United had all the
we were never scoring. Once you went a goal up, we were never scoring. I can't remember the last time we won a game from United.
I agree with in hindsight, I can say I agree with you now because now I'm looking at it in hindsight. But during that game, all I could see was
your game you're watching.
Symptoms of what we did last season. All the games you drew.
You invested.
I saw the exact same pattern, and I was like, "What happened with Brighton? Brighton is going to happen again." What happened? Like I just saw the pattern, and I was like, "We're in trouble. We're in trouble." United are going to find a way to score. When you struck the bar, I was like, "This is all."
Listen, Dayo, I don't want to go back to all that because I don't think we'll ever agree on this. But I think I genuinely look forward to this Saturday. I want to see what United do against Burnley. Big up Morecambe. That's crazy for me to say. Like, if I said this to Flawless 12 years ago, he'd have laughed in my face, but this is life now. Big up Morecambe FC, saved from administration by Punjab Warriors. Big up first Sikh manager Ashvir Singh. Big up to you, my guy, Nishan Sandhu. Big up to you. I just checked
it as
well.
Morecambe, man. Had a good time beating you in the cup last season.
He actually is the manager, so big up to you. What do you guys think of Iraola to Man United? I like Iraola, you know.
Definitely not the worst. Definitely not the worst idea. But it's a question of when. That's what it is. Like people talking about him. This manager's still here.
He's got a release clause in his contract. I think
you just forget that the manager's still, and the manager's going nowhere soon. Anyone who thinks they are sacking him by at least November, he's still here.
Give me your top 3 managers to replace Amorim if you have the choice tomorrow.
Glasnow. What else would there be? I suppose you throw Areola in there. I haven't thought about a third. Ask me next week. I'm not even giving it thought. These lot piss me off so much. I'm not even thought about it.
Fair.
I'm not even gave it thought, yo.
Fair. I know we don't count 007 for preseason, but the fact Cunha is 06 and Mbeumo is 04 has to be an indictment on the manager, right? These guys are too good to not register at least some GA. Let me make something clear. If Cunha was at Chelsea, he would have gotten a GA. If he was at Liverpool, City, any of the clubs, Arsenal even, he would have gotten a GA. You want a prime example? Ekitike. Ekitike last season in the whole Bundesliga only scored 15 goals. I told everyone, fundamentally sound footballers get better when surrounded by better players. I told the Chelsea fans, Joao Pedro is Firmino region. Now you see, bro, players who have fundamentals of football.
Player, man.
Told you, players who have fundamentals of football get better with better players. If you take Cunha, you put him at Liverpool, you think he's going to be 006. You think Mbeumo would be 006 at Liverpool. If Mbeumo played up top for us, he'd had like 3 goals already in the first 3 games, bro. So it is an indictment on the manager because you can't have all the weapons Okay, I'll just make the most basic analogy. Let's say Dayo's like, make me a chocolate cake. He gives me flour, eggs, milk, and the chocolate. And then the cake looks like shit. And it tastes like shit. But he gave me all the ingredients. So why does the cake taste like shit?
Man. We just need to give you time in the kitchen, man. That's what it is. Give it time. Trust the process, man.
You need baking powder as well.
Yeah, man. Baking powder. You gotta wait. There's always something missing, man. The icing wasn't right. It's an old cooker, etc. You was in a rush. You know what I'm saying? The eggs weren't the best. There's always, again, I was told before the season started, no more excuses. Game week 2, and all I'm hearing is enough excuses. People told me no more excuses. Game week 2, I even watched the second game. I'm still pissed off about the Arsenal game, if I'm really being honest. My head's still freaking on Mars about that. I'm still so irritated by the Arsenal game. Never mind this Fulham shit. Excuses, man. Excuses all the time for this manager.
I agree with you. If Salah leaves, I want Olise. But Ed, that wasn't the question I'm asked. Dayo asked me Saka or Mbeumo. If Salah leaves, I want Yamal. Here we go. See, we can both play this game. I was given 2 choices, Habibi. So I chose from the 2 choices given to me. The question was Saka or Mbeumo, so I chose Saka. If you tell me it's open, but the guy who actually has been accurate on Bayern News is actually saying that Liverpool want Olise to replace Salah next season. I don't know who the fuck hacked John's wallet, but we're on a madness. If my front line in 26-27 is Olise, Isak, and like Rodrygo or some shit, bro, like it's cooking settings. Anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap up the stream here. Thank you to Flawless and Dayo, great debuts. Jay is gonna be with us inshallah next week. He was just out watching SmackDown. I think that's in London right now, or whatever the hell WWE thing is. So that's going on in London right now, so he wasn't able to make it. The Spurs fan's going to be repping us next week. This was your episode 99 of A-Listers, ladies and gentlemen. So next week is going to be the 100th episode of A-Listers. Lewis, myself, are the ones that have been here on every single episode. Vator joined us after Hamza. Flawless, obviously, great debut. Thank you so much, my brother. And I'm going to see you back, inshallah, next week. Unbelievable. Dayo, the same as well. Thank you so much for coming on. Always great talking football with you guys. 8 p.m. Monday night is where you can find episodes of A-Listers. And we're going to be back at 8 at Monday. The problem is there was Monday Night Raw yesterday. Liverpool versus Newcastle. You get me? So that's basically that was it. Yeah, that was a fight right there. Banter on the Pitch is in the description. Go give Dayo a subscribe. Sarcasm City TV is in the description. Go give him a subscribe. Carefree Lewis G is in the description. Give him a subscribe. And Vator Games TV is in the description. The biggest gaslighter on YouTube. Go subscribe to his channel as well. Even gaslighters deserve love. We're going to redirect you over to Judge Mo, guys. He's live right now doing a panel show. So love you all. And I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Peace out.
Yos.